alternative. Rewind and listen now. iHeartRadio. Free, never sounded so good.
From the Ingalls Studios, this is ESPN Asheville, WPEK, W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, and iHeart Radio Station.
The pounding begins. The wagons are circling. Every wind is raining. It's football time in America, and this republic has never been stronger. The Sportsocracy, Beer City's best sports talk, live from the Ingalls studio.
It is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. The Sportsocracy coming to you live from the Ingalls studio. Take us with you everywhere on the iHeart Radio app. See us everywhere on YouTube. Go to thesportsocracy.com, click that live video link, subscribe to the channel, and you can join us in the chat. It's been a day. It's been a heck of an opening period of the free agency.
Hey, Panther fans, you got two very highly paid guards, and neither one of them's named Ike McQuanu. Let's go. We're doing stuff.
Yeah, there's been a lot of moves in the NFL. We've got the Texans making a trade for Joe Mixon.
You could have done way worse.
I would say so.
You could have done way worse.
Yesterday when I heard, or the earlier this morning, I guess I already feel like it's been 2 days in one day.
It has. I am 100% convinced that it actually has been 2 days.
We have we've been doing a lot of tweaking. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
on the old
there.
YouTube stream.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: you can't sit still.
Well,
so.
I cannot sit still, and you know this about me. We've been tweaking with the audio stuff and hooking up some new equipment and things. So
hopefully,
please let us
the
know.
audio will sound much better today than it has in the past.
Please let us know if we have stumbled upon something here that finally, maybe after all of these years, we have figured out how to properly wire this room and get it connected to the interwebs.
One would think.
Which it was apparently not designed to do. No. So, no more full screen tank. Nobody needs 2 screens of me. 1 screen is way more than enough. So let's not do that.
Way more than.
Yes, way more than enough. Did I not say that properly for you?
No, you did. No, I lit myself up like a Christmas tree. No big deal. We're getting there. We're doing stuff.
NFL free agency period. We're not doing this anymore. This is like the draft night thing with the hats. Can we just stop saying that these aren't deals? Because it's all happening.
Totally deals.
The league year begins on Wednesday, but things are shaking out, and we've got all the winners and losers for you. I mean, the Cleveland Browns are closing in on a deal for Jameis Winston. And I feel like Jameis Winston and Deshaun Watson on the same team is too many jokes for one locker room. I mean, that's a lot of assaults in one locker room.
We're out here doing stuff.
There's victims, and I don't like it. That just broke my brain. That just came across the screen. Well, that was an interesting choice of
not how I thought that was going to go.
Locker room mate for Deshaun Watson. The Falcons signing Darnell Mooney. It's a big breaking deal. Biggest surprise of the free agency market so far, Jeremy Greene.
That the Jets have to go, hey, how about all those players that Jeremy hates? Let's sign those. Javon Kinlaw, come on down. Let's do it. Let's do this.
I did think of you first when I saw that. He's going to have to start talking smack about him. And
I bet I don't. I'll bet you I don't. I'll bet you I actually now will crank up how much smack I talk about him. Tenfold. Ugh.
No, you're not happy about that?
It's fine. He was cheap.
Hey, you got a good backup quarterback.
Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, you got one of the best backup quarterbacks in the league.
And if you had Jeremy saying he's happy that Tyrod Taylor is the new backup quarterback of the New York Jets, you win.
It's been a great day for several teams, or I guess a great period for several teams.
Who's your winner so far? I almost guarantee we don't say the same thing here. Because mine is going to be wildly out of character for me.
Wildly out of character for you.
Because I don't tend to say nice things about teams that do what this team did.
Mm-hmm.
But I love what they've added so far. That's our question in the chat. Also, who is your free agency winner up into this point?
I keep going to Atlanta. I think Atlanta's won the day. They were it's not like, hey, I made a move to win me a Super Bowl. But I think they're the ones that have checked the biggest box. I had to go get this guy. Now that you think about it, it just makes way too much sense. For Atlanta to have Kirk Cousins, who's a very similar quarterback to Matt Stafford, who's very good in that offense. Kevin O'Connell came over to Minnesota from that L.A. offense. There's the connections there. It makes sense scheme-wise. It makes sense talent-wise. You have the division right in front of you.
Well, I mean, that's
just
the
to take it
thing.
away from Tampa Bay, who slips into winning it every year without Tom Brady.
I mean, I feel like Atlanta's the obvious layup answer.
It is.
That's not really the one that I want to say, though.
Which one do you want to say?
It's the Washington Commanders, and I'm not sure it's all that close.
Okay.
Tell me you don't like that team better right now than you did 24 hours ago. And when I say like them better, I mean exponentially better.
Because they added Tyler Biotish, Dorrance Armstrong, Frankie Louvu. Who am I missing?
Austin Eckler.
Oh, Austin Eckler.
Yeah, Austin
okay.
Eckler's hey, you know all those things you tried to tell me that Antonio Gibson can
Austin
do?
Eckler's all of those
Eckler
things.
Actually can do all of those.
Yes. Austin Eckler is everything. I wanted Antonio Gibson to be the next Austin Eckler, and now they just went and got Austin Eckler.
They also added Nick Allegretti from the Kansas City Chiefs, which was the lineman that I told you that's the sharp money on the board, because he ain't going to get nearly as much as some of these other guys. Looking right at you, Damian Lewis. I saw that number come down, and I almost dutied in my pants. Wait, did nobody watch him last year? Was I the only one? Oh, okay. And you let Frankie Louvu slip out of your fingers, second best defensive player on the team. Okay, that's the thing you did.
4 years, $53 million. The Carolina Panthers are doing stuff. Like, we're just
Is it good
$150 million. Robert Hunt and Damian Lewis.
I'm fine with Robert Hunt. That was the best offensive lineman on the board. It wasn't even close.
Okay, I guess.
No, I guess. That actually wasn't the opinion.
Is he a $20 million guy? I asked you this yesterday in passing, and you were, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm good with Robert Hunt. Damian Lewis, that gave me the engine. It made my stomach rumble, and then I felt like I probably needed to go to the room of shame, but I didn't, and it was okay.
I don't know. The $100 million really kind of, I don't know. It made me feel like maybe he wasn't ready for that $20 million a year, but if you say he is, I'll go on.
Well, my bigger question was, hey, you remember when we said Brian Burns, they turned down a 2 1s and a 2. Then Scott Fitterer should never be allowed in the NFL again.
Nope, because they ended up getting a 2 and a 5. Yay. I mean, I wasn't going to pay him. I damn sure wasn't going to pay him $34 million a year.
I got that's, usually with trades, the hope is that both teams walk away and go, we both did stuff and we're happy. And this was a trade where both teams walked away and went, shoot.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I want to look at the New York Giants and ask you, do you actually think Brian Burns is Spider-Man? I mean, I know he does the little dance on the field and all of that, but that dude ain't Spider-Man. Making him the second highest paid defensive end in the history of the NFL is ridiculous.
That's crimes.
You think he can actually save crime in the Big Apple to pay him that kind of money? That is dumb.
Well, I mean, the question is, what does Uncle Ben think of?
Poor Uncle Ben.
What was the aunt's name? Stephen.
Aunt May.
I know Aunt May. What do Uncle Ben and Aunt May think about that Brian Burns deal? Because I guarantee you they're looking around going, "Did you smoking crack?" You know he's not good against the run, right? Like it's news. Okay.
Yeah.
You got two high-end edge rushers, and neither one of them are worth a squirt against the run. Yay!
I know that there are Carolina Panthers fans that are going to be sad that Brian Burns is gone. I know you all should be irate that you did not get the draft capital out of him that you could have gotten under Scott Fitterer.
You know who was really irate? My doppelganger, Luke Combs. He went on the old X machine and just...
Oh, was he lighting David Tepper up?
He was not happy. He was not thrilled.
Luke Combs, that feller makes a whole lot of money, doesn't he?
You think he could buy the Panthers?
Eventually.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, he owns all his songs, don't he? And he been down that road of keeping all the rights and all the things, and he's got $1 billion tour every year. I'm not saying he can do it right now.
No, he'll be fine.
But 7-8 years from now, he keeps making $1 billion a year.
He was.
Never know.
He was not pleased.
Luke Combs could be the next owner of the Carolina Panthers. I think we need to start that petition right now.
In the YouTube chat, Back Satisfied Browns fan asked me, is Brian Burns actually better than Zadarius Smith?
No.
Yes, he is.
Is he?
He is.
Has he ever
way closer than you want it to be,
okay.
Especially when you see Brian Burns got $1 billion and Zadarius Smith got, well, we have these crumbs left over from the John Watson deal. Would you like them?
Yeah. Well, you dodged a bullet on that one, Panthers fans. Don't be too sad about that.
Well, I mean, and you did what you had to do. You recouped another draft pick. And frankly, you recouped a draft pick in a sweet little honey hole for this upcoming draft. I didn't in a million years think that was coming from the Giants. I thought it was more likely that the Rams would jump up and say, hey, you want this here first-round pick? Because we'll give it to you.
Well, they weren't going to do it because they weren't going to pay him. They weren't going to give him that deal.
Oh, they might have.
You think
Rams,
so?
Yeah.
They're like, screw it. We've already got Matt Stafford and Aaron Donald.
Stan Kroenke looks at that roster and goes, we draft real good, boys. So we need another star that we pay $1 billion.
That's what a lie sounds like.
They do draft well. That was how drafted well. They Puka Nacua, 5th round. End of message, repeat the line. Yeah. Do I need to keep going? Because I can.
Yeah.
Kobe Turner. Probably a lot of teams that picked in the first round that went. But why did we not take him? Because he's good. I got sucked.
Oh.
It's so funny watching this. Just looking at the franchises that are exactly what I think they are. And then you see the smart franchise. And you go, You see a franchise like Washington, who's been kind of a dumpster fire for the last handful of years. They hire the smartest guy in the room, and everything they do, except Marcus Mariota. I don't know why you did that. I'm going to need you to sit me down and explain that one to me real slow.
It has been like drinking from a fire hose after the last 24 hours here. Deals started coming out. We had breaking news every 10 seconds of the day yesterday.
I won't be shocked if we have breaking news a lot of the day today.
We may. There are still some big names out there. Obviously, the running back class, it got thin in a hurry.
Yeah.
Everybody found a chair. Like like they were playing musical chairs, and now there's not very many spots left. The market's all dried up for Derrick Henry, apparently. And there's only one suitor left.
The Baltimore Ravens. The Dallas Cowboys.
That's the one I was thinking. That's the one I was thinking of. I don't know why, but that marriage has just been in my head ever since.
Ooh, I just saw the money
on
Darnell Mooney.
$39 million? Is that how much it was?
Yeah, free agency is so funny to me because there are like 4 kinds of deals. There's the star that gets a boatload of money.
Yeah.
And, sometimes you feel good about that. Sometimes you don't feel good about that. Then there's that second tier that I like to call the let's shine up this poo and give it a bunch of money. Darnell Mooney, welcome to that tier. $13 million for a receiver next to me would look like a smallish child.
Yeah, but that's what Gabe Davis got.
He would not look like a smallest child next to me.
Is he that much better?
He's just not good at football. I didn't like that deal either.
Okay, but that's what the market bears, and I'm just trying to gauge here, like, that doesn't seem too untoward to me. Of course, it makes sense that he would be making that if Gabe is making that, because I feel like Darnell Mooney's better. It's fractional, but it's.
I don't.
Really?
No.
Okay.
I mean, he's fine. But you're also using the Jacksonville Jaguars as an example, and I got rare audio. I did some investigative journalism because I am a journalist. I'm a journalman, and I got rare audio from inside the war room of the Jacksonville Jaguars yesterday. Would you like to hear it?
Yes.
Would you like to hear it?
Yes.
Sam said it's fine. We got money. Do it.
Smoking crime.
That's the only explanation I have.
At least I hope that's the sound you were trying to make.
That was the sound I was trying to make.
That actually sounds like the sounds that come out of the Dallas Cowboys front office. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. It's time for a break here on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400.
After the break, we'll figure out who Tank's replacement is, and I'll continue the show with whoever that is.
Who's on the phone? It's Jerry.
Ready to feel good about where you work? Don't miss UPM Raffle-Tax Job Fair, March 8th from 2 to 6 p.m. at 400 Broadpoint Drive in Mills River. Come see our factory, meet our team, and interview on site. Learn more at rafjob.com. That's RAFJOB.com.
Doug Gottlieb here. March is here. That means Chick Days, planting your garden, and college basketball. Just like in basketball, every team needs its MVP. When it comes to team members who go above and beyond, Tractor Supply has the winning lineup. Our home team at Tractor Supply is excited to support your hometown. We're proud to be part of the excitement of college basketball tournament season, and our home team looks forward to serving your hometown. Because every day is game day at Tractor Supply.
You might not know this, but the Ingalls Bakery is actually a bakery. As in, we bake things. Really delicious things. Things like crusty breads just waiting for that scrumptious strawberry jam. Apple fritters to pair perfectly with that morning cup of coffee. Cakes for any occasion, customized to your precise standards. And did we mention the cookies? It's all in the bag. Ingalls. Low prices, love the savings.
Bonus savings on top brands and better sleep are all the buzz at Mattress Firm's Friends and Family sale. Hurry in to save up to $700 with your extra discount. You'll even get a free adjustable base on select beds. Plus, if you see a lower price, Mattress Firm will match it. Restrictions apply.
This March, Wendy's has some amazing deals on their hamburgers made with fresh, never frozen beef.
Like a juicy Dave's single for $1 and a fresh $2 Dave's double with in-app offer.
It's such a good deal, we wrote a little ditty about it.
Get it for $1. Dave single, order in the app. Dave single, get it for $1. Choose wisely, choose Wendy's official hamburger March Madness.
Limited time offer. Participating U.S. FedEx. See offer details on the Wendy's app. Account registration required. Fresh beef available in particulars U.S. and Alaska.
What's up? I'm John Wall.
And I'm CJ Toledano, and we're starting a new podcast presented by DraftKings called Point Game.
Hey, you know, like at camps and stuff like this, you take the ball out, you ain't getting the ball back. Like, you the last one up in court, they already did their thing. So I stopped there, and I just got into a rhythm and started hooping.
If King of the Court happened next season, who do you think would win?
I just think KD, bro. Like, there's nothing you can do with him.
Check out Point Game with John Wall and CJ Toledano on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate in the mountains, you need to call the agents at Clarissa Sells WNC, brokered by eXp Realty. Check us out online at clarissasellswnc.com. Download our free app on Google Play or the App Store. Type in Asheville Home Search. You'll be able to connect with our team and see all the available homes for sale in our area. For more information, contact us today at 828-774-6343 or clarissasellswnc@gmail.com.
You might not know this, but the Ingalls Bakery is actually a bakery. As in, we bake things. Really delicious things. Things like crusty breads just waiting for that scrumptious strawberry jam. Apple fritters to pair perfectly with that morning cup of coffee. Cakes for any occasion, customized to your precise standards. And did we mention the cookies? It's all in the bag. Ingalls, low prices, love the savings.
The Sportsocracy.
That is some good, clean family fun there, eh, Kai?
Back of the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. The free agency frenzy, the trading frenzy, all of the moves that have happened. I mean, other winners of the period have been, your Jets.
How are we a winner?
I mean, the Tyrod Taylor thing.
Yeah,
you had to have him.
Hey, he
wasn't gonna
drastically better than cherub boy Zach Wilson.
Now, if if you add a little offensive line talent to the team at some point, I would like to see that happen.
We added one. We added the worst lineman from the Baltimore Ravens. That's cool.
Okay.
John Simpson, who we gave $9 million to.
Total or year?
A year.
Oh, so that was an $18 million deal?
Yeah, 2 years, $18 million. I always hate when deals come in late, and I just go, I'm going to hate that number. I know I am. That's why you did that.
Javon Kinlaw, same way.
They were all late.
They didn't announce the number on that one either.
I was laying in bed. I came back from the Ingles 2024 SoCon Basketball Championship. Amy and I went in your stead. She said thank you, by the way. She had a lovely time. We sat on the Ingles couch.
No, you would?
I railed on ETSU fans. Good Lord have mercy. Not every call is wrong. Not all of them. Not every call for 40 minutes is wrong. There was a dude sitting beside me that I guarantee you he is hoarse and his hand hurts because he kept just slapping his hand against the chair every time a call went wrong. I want that dude. I want him to come up and just go,
like,
because I'll laugh until I pee on this.
Broke his hand
couch,
on it.
and then I will pay to replace it. And I'll laugh even more. But yeah, I was laying in bed when all of those came through.
Mm-hmm. But Javon Kinlaw, I know you're not a great big fan, but
he was better last year.
I mean, he's
a
good plug in the middle.
Yeah, he just can't stay healthy. That's what the Jets do. We love finding fellers that, hey, you couldn't stay healthy there. Cool. We're one of the most injury-prone teams in the league. Come on down. Take our money.
Was there a running back deal that you hated?
No, there was one I loved way more than the rest.
Because
if you'd like to explain to me how Austin Eckler, I get that he's 100. If you could explain to me how he got less money than, I don't know, DeAndre Swift or Tony Pollard or any of the rest of these guys, I'm all ears as to hearing it. I think it's going to make a lot of sense to me, but I'll listen.
Age?
That's the only answer I've got.
I mean, he is 29, right?
He is.
He's 2 years past your downfall rule. Right?
And he's got he's also built like a Terminator. I do think it's funny that did you notice that nobody felt the urge to share the plight of the poor downtrodden running back that cannot get their money? Did you notice that went away yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it was crap. It was always crap.
Was it? It was just the market, right? The market was stressed last year.
Well,
now you got a glut of them, and
it's very basic supply and demand. Hey, we didn't have any running backs. Sweet. So we had a year where Alexander Madison and Ty Chandler, and I could do this for way longer than you want me to, got really legitimate carries. Oh, yeah, we don't need to do that. Go get an actual dude. Go draft another dude. We'll be just fine.
I think the running backs were all winners.
I would agree.
I think all of the running back deals made sense. Saquon Barkley going to Philadelphia, obviously, I think that is a missing piece kind of a move. Do you disagree?
A missing piece for Philadelphia?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, the missing piece for Philadelphia is that you got a coach that's got the IQ of my little vape box here, which I'm not a huge fan of. I mean,
that never helps.
Well, I am really excited now that Philadelphia's got another running back that they won't give a damn ball to. That will be a much more fun name to watch people misspell when they get angry, when they keep screaming at me, will you please run the damn ball?
But will Kellen Moore do that?
Well, he didn't do it in Dallas. I mean, he got fired because he just refused to not throw it 45 times a game. I mean, look, I think that's a good deal. I think Saquon Barkley has really high upside. I just don't really understand the fit. I don't get the fit. You have a running quarterback in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
You have gone committee as long as he's been here. So you give this money to Saquon, and now what? You really expect me to believe that you're not going to have Kenny Gainwell taking 8 carries a game? And I just don't buy it.
Yeah.
I don't really understand it from his perspective, to be really honest with you.
Saquon Barkley?
No.
Because I can contend here. Because I can contend for NFC championships.
He could have contended in a lot of places that would have made more sense to me. I mean, look, you're going to lose rushing touchdowns to Jalen Hurts, fact or fiction.
Fact.
There you go. That's really all I needed. I mean, because that money was out there from other people. That was exactly what the deal didn't surprise me in the least.
Mm-hmm.
And so I get it.
What was the other destination?
Houston was the one that made the most sense. I had heard Houston since long before free agency started, and I guarantee you that call was made.
Mm-hmm.
And if you tell me I get to go play with C.J. Stroud or I get to go play with Jalen Hurts, I didn't have to think about that all that long.
Well, Houston made the move to go get Joe Mixon after he got cut loose.
That'd be like asking me, well, you can go party with Rob Gronkowski or you can go party with Tank Spencer. Well, one of them I'm going to have to carry by his shoelaces and hope to God he doesn't step out in front of a train and get saved by a former Eagles Pro Bowler.
It did happen.
That did happen. It did happen. I watched it.
Mm-hmm.
He was way smaller than you.
He
kept you from getting dead.
He did a little feller. He's strong too.
He was strong.
He held me so tight, and
no, he really didn't. He just went no.
Get back there, big fella.
In the chat, we were asked by Divine Comedy to talk about his West Coast birds. It'd be the Seattle Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard a lot of gnashing of teeth on the Noah Fant thing. I don't really think I understand why. I mean, you didn't use him, which I guess it confuses me. But I mean, is it better to pay Noah Fant and hopefully understand with a new coaching staff? A new coaching staff. I don't know why people they couldn't put 2 and 2 together on that yesterday. That, yeah, Mike McDonald's probably going to use tight end.
Yeah.
You look at that offensive staff, probably going to use a tight end. I'm good with the Noah Fant signing, and I'll be honest with you, I thought you got a deal on Leonard Williams. I know he's an older guy, but you look at the money that Christian Wilkins got, you look at the money that Leonard Williams got, one of these guys has a much deeper track record of being good. And it ain't Christian Wilkins.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I didn't mind that deal. So obviously I'm going to like the Leonard Williams one better.
Yeah. 3 years, $64.5 million for Leonard Williams. Makes sense to me. I haven't really seen too many deals that were crazy. There have been some.
I saw several that I went, you know who that is, right? San Francisco. Virtually every player they signed, I just kept thinking, you know who Yetur Gross-Matos is, right? He's not the guy with the weird face mask. He doesn't wear number 0. That's not who you're getting.
How that's worth $9 million.
I have no idea.
I'm not sure.
We have been affiliates of that team.
The only other deal I saw,
he walked into this league. I have never once thought he would make $9 million in his career, let alone $9 million a year.
The only other deal that I saw they made was Leonard Floyd for 10 years, $10 million a year. That's fine.
Okay.
Aging pass rusher that he can still get after quarterbacks, and I can still do that same thing where I just rotate dudes on the edge.
He's fine. He's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like and I'll say the same thing about the Dolphins because Mike McDaniel and Robert Saleh and Kyle Shanahan, all these coaches seem to, no matter who the coordinator is, they all view this the same way of we can just take whatever mediocre talent that you can get us and we'll just throw dudes out there.
Mm-hmm.
It works though.
Yeah. Well,
I don't
because
love it,
I
but
feel like
I get it.
Well, I mean, I feel like some of these coaches they just find their specialists, right? You find your bull rush specialist, you find your I don't know all the moves, the swim guy, the speed guy. You find all the different pieces and go, I don't have to spend $45 million on 2 guys that can be all pros. I can go find 6 guys that I can spend. It's kind of like playing Moneyball. Right? You're just playing the numbers game here. I think that's part of the reason that Bryce Huff was so good. They found a perfect spot for him. He's super talented. I'm not trying to take anything away from him I saw that look on your face like, don't you talk about Bryce Huff. I'm not saying he's not I'm not saying he's not good. I'm not sure he's best pass rush win rate guy in the league when he has to be the guy. Maybe he was perfect for the scenarios that they put him into, and he just fit that puzzle piece. So now it's just, I don't care that this guy's 30 years old. I'll pay him $7-8 million to come play for me, and you don't have to play all the time. I can just throw you in there where you fit.
In the next hour, we're going to play a fun game of did you like this deal or did you not? Do you have a favorite deal so far? Don't tell me what it is. Is there one that you saw and went, why couldn't he come play for my team for much money? Because I would like that a lot.
I did. We'll
all right. We'll get your list compiled. We'll do that in the next hour.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the daily draft, I feel like we'll draft our favorite and least favorite contracts of day one of free agency.
Okay, that's a good idea. I like that. We're just
making the magic happen.
We're just making the magic happen.
I mean, my beard looks a little disheveled. I don't really know what happened.
I don't
It looks like I got a blowout or something. I look like Mark Starling. It's curling at the bottom, and I don't. That doesn't usually happen to me.
Not really sure why that would happen. You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400.
This is your Exergen Temporal Scanner weather forecast on ESPN Asheville.
A chilly start with lows this morning that were down into the low to mid-30s. The average low was 36 now. The average high is 58. How about this? 68 or close to it and sunny this afternoon. It just sounds better to say 10 degrees above average, so it looks like it's going to be a nice, warm, sunny day. I hope you can enjoy that. Tonight, some clouds, still chilly down into the upper 30s. Wednesday, sun 70. Thursday, sunshine, upper 70s. Chance of showers Friday. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by UPM Raffle Attack.
Ready to feel good about where you work? Don't miss UPM Raffle Attack's Job Fair, March 8th from 2 to 6 p.m. at 400 Broadpoint Drive in Mills River. Come see our factory, meet our team, and interview on site. Learn more at rafjob.com. That's RAFJOB.com. This is the time of year to enjoy life. Stop letting that pain in your joints keep you from doing what you want to do this spring. Call QC Kinetics now. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. I'm talking lasting joint pain relief with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. It's a fact. QC Kinetics is literally transforming lives. Their advanced treatments harness your own body's ability to restore and repair damaged joint tissue. Pro athletes have been doing this for decades, but now this life-changing treatment is available for you, so you can walk and run and climb stairs and play golf and move again pain-free. No pain pills, no risky surgery. This is an all-natural solution. QC Kinetics has tens of thousands of satisfied patients who have reclaimed their mobility. Take action now and live your best life this spring and summer. It's a great use of your tax refund check, by the way. Call QC Kinetics for a free consultation. Phone 828-333-9517. 828-333-9517. That's 828-333-9517 in Asheville and in Greenville.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you right now, like Alternative Rewind, where all rock began. Just search Alternative Rewind and listen now on your free iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good. The winners are in from our 2024 iHeart Podcast Award, presented by The Hartford, live at South by Southwest.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Best Comedy Podcast. This is Important. Best Health and Wellness Podcast. On Purpose with Jay Shetty. Best Sports Podcast. Club Shay Shay. Best Crime Podcast. Crime Junkie. And Podcast of the Year, New Height.
Congratulations to all the winners, the honor.
Hear these 2024 iHeart Podcast Award winners anytime on the free iHeart Radio app.
Showtime Sports and Mountain Graphics have teamed up under new ownership by an Asheville native to better serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Showtime Sports and Mountain Graphics can customize whatever you, your team, business, or local group may need through high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving right here in Asheville. Free personal delivery within Buncombe County and a reduced delivery fee anywhere in Western North Carolina. Visit ShowtimeSportsAVL.com and MountainGraphicsAVL.com. Your one-stop custom apparel shops.
We're back counting down to kickoff. Let's look at today's 3 keys to premium pre-gaming with Beast Unleashed, presented by Monster Brewing. Number 1, beat the heat.
Unleash the beast with bold, familiar flavors, 0 caffeine and 0 sugar.
Number 2, running the option.
There's 4 to choose from: White Haze, Eat Perfect, Scary Berries, and my personal favorite, Mean Green.
And number 3, at 6% ABV, Max Protect.
Always drink responsibly, and you must be 21 or over.
Beast Unleashed, available at your local retailer.
Boy, you must be outside your mind.
The Sportsocracy.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner in this.
We are back in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. Before we get just a bit outside, Jeremy, just a bit outside and a little breaking news. Tank won money last night gambling legally in the state of North Carolina. Celebrated the opening of legal gambling with the DraftKings Sportsbook app, which is an official sports betting partner of NASCAR, and it is now live in North Carolina, and you can legally bet on all your favorite sports anytime, anywhere, right here in North Carolina with DraftKings. And I bet on college basketball last night, and it went pretty well for me.
Now, did your pretty good go like my pretty good?
Well, probably not.
Okay.
No, because
here's the
because
thing. We can all be winners. We don't. It doesn't. We don't have to compare notes.
Well, here's the thing. Look, not all of us are big spenders like Jeremy. If you're just dabbling into this is a good time to get in because they have things to offer you. Because for a limited time, new customers who sign up with the promo code WPEK and bet $5 will receive $250 instantly in bonus bets. So I went and I put $25 in, and I took my $25 and I put it on the Charlotte Hornets last night because it was a free bet. If the Hornets scored a point, they doubled your money. So I put my $25 on that, and guess what? I got my free bets, my $250 free bets, as you know, for signing up with DraftKings, and I got all the monies. And there's another free bet tonight. NC State and Louisville, you just put money on it, up to $25. They'll double it if either team scores a bucket. I feel like not even the Wolfpack can let you down on that one.
Well, I mean, the Wolfpack might, but Louisville won't.
They got the best features at DraftKings Sportsbook, and download that app now using the code WPEK and bet $5 to get $250 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with the code WPEK. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus, North Carolina only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. Deposit and eligibility restrictions apply. Terms at DraftKings.com/sportsbook/NC. NASCAR is not a sponsor of this promotion and used under license. Now, I never expect to make any kind of a Hall of Fame. If I'm really good at something, then I would.
You'll make the cheap Hall of Fame.
Then I'm. Oh, no doubt.
Kind of like your wager last night where you got 50 free bucks and you only wagered 25 on it.
That's all you can do.
Well, you can do 50. Ask me how I know.
Can you? Oh, wow.
You could last night. I don't know about tonight. I haven't looked yet.
Okay. Well, whatever. If I could have doubled more, I would have. Anyhow, there's the WWE Hall of Fame, and they put in people that, I mean, really don't belong there. Donald Trump is in the WWE Hall of Fame for some damn reason,
and yet no love for John Tenta. What's up?
Right?
Yeah, that's a name I know.
Where's Earthquake?
Learn a book. Or the Shockmaster.
I love that you know that name.
The Natural Disasters.
No, that Shockmaster doesn't belong.
Can't tell the story without the shotgun. Crashed through the wall, his head popped off, and no, it's that guy.
Muhammad Ali is getting put into the WWE Hall of Fame. He will be in the 2024 class. Ceremony taking place April the 5th during WrestleMania 40 weekend in Philadelphia. Obviously, he is a huge figure in sports as a whole, but he was the special guest referee in the main event of the first WrestleMania. You weren't around for that, were you?
I mean, not on this earth, no.
Hulk Hogan and Mr. T versus Rowdy Roddy Piper and Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Should go back and watch it. It was great.
Mr. Wonderful, that's what's written in my underoos. I believe in me quite a bit.
Apparently.
You know who I don't believe in? Never really did. Glenn Big Baby Davis. Apparently last night, I'm going to say he was possibly doing crimes.
Okay.
Or he started drunk tweeting and drunk Insta-facing.
I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm not trying to make a joke here. I thought we talked about him dying one time.
No.
Did we not?
He's still very much alive.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get you a list.
Okay.
He played in that god-awful Big Three thing. Yeah, he's still alive. I'm looking at a picture of him from yesterday, so unless something really untoward happened, pretty sure he's still alive.
Okay.
He got on Instagram last night and started talking about all of the trials he's had in life, and he may have shared just a little too much information, because one of his pictures that he shared was him and two ladies that they were not adorned with much clothing. And the post said, that one time I used to shoot pornos. I really used to like that job. Anybody ever not like that job? You know who'd really like that job? Jalen Johnson.
You can't tempt a man like that. Come on, that's bad.
He got up on the stage yesterday.
That's like saying Jeremy needs to go work at a brewery.
I've worked with breweries for many years, and I know when to stop before I start. That was like a 4-way promo. I've just learned it. I've learned this whole industry in a week. Did you hear that interview with Jalen Johnson where he went up and after signing the deal with the Bears and he came up and said he'd been in therapy for sex addiction?
Yeah, I heard parts of it. I didn't.
Look, I'm not trying to say that that's not a thing. Okay. Is there a doctor in the house that could possibly tell me what the difference is between addiction and just really, really liking something? Because I think maybe I need to go to some form of therapy, because I think
you're on the verge of sharing too much is really what I feel like this is doing.
Yeah, because a lot of people think I go home and go to, never mind. No good can come. What I was getting ready to say right there. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are like, yeah, I'm sure that guy, that guy's leading missionary work.
Yeah.
No, probably not.
Why does this surprise anybody, though? I mean, I'm seeing like all of these headlines, like fans shocked to find out that Glenn Big Baby Davis used to do porn or used to make porn. Not even like, did he participate?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You said shooting it, and I was like, I don't know. Was he like the producer? I don't know. Anyway.
I did love his comment that was, somebody said, bro, you're my kid's favorite player. He follows you. And his response was, well, tell him after basketball life will change. He's going to have to find a real job. This is me trying new things. I don't know if that's something you'd try.
Okay.
I think that stays on your resume for the rest of your life.
Yes. I don't think that's something that we're going to forget about. Like, I'll never forget what Tyreek Hill wants to do when he gets out of the league. Once you put it out there, now it's out there.
I once did a shoot in Playgirl magazine under the name of my conscience.
Right. See, and that used to be the thing. Like times used to be simpler. If you did that, you damn sure didn't tell anybody about it. You went under an assumed name, and you just acted like it didn't happen. Now we feel like we need to know everything about everybody.
We have breaking news.
All right. Give me more time than that to pull up 6 pages here.
One would think on a day like this, you just have it ready.
Yeah, I want you to stop being smart now.
This one's from Ian Rappaport, Adam Schefter, and basically every other person that reports on the NFL. The king is on the move. Sources say that Derrick Henry is expected to land with the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh.
After attempting to trade for him a few times, Baltimore signs him now.
Okay.
That will be a 2-year, $16 million deal worth up to $20 million.
I like it.
And in other news, water is wet and fire is hot and the sky is blue.
It's amazing.
If you thought that was going any other way, I don't really know what the Stephen Tao said moments past is not breaking news anymore. It was literally posted 98 seconds ago. You do realize I have a server that tells me to the second when that was posted.
The old news, bro. Move on. It's okay. We're not talking about it.
Yeah,
Browns satisfied Browns fan. Who cares? Let's move on.
Well, I mean, I would be remiss if I didn't point out, you do remember they have another running back that's particularly good and is particularly fast named Keaton Mitchell.
Mm-hmm.
And now I've got big Derrick Henry to run between. Oof. I never thought that was going any other way. I know I started hearing the Dallas Cowboy thing. Never bought it for a second.
Did you not?
Why would I do that?
Why would you do that
if I'm Derrick Henry, why would I do that?
Because I can go be the running back for the Dallas Cowboys.
Woo! Awesome. I'd rather be a cheerleader for the Dallas Cowboys than the running back for that team. Because guess what? Neither way. Not getting a ring either way.
Very true. This way, he's at least got a shot.
It's kind of like dating Pete Davidson. Not getting a ring that way either.
He's got a shot at one of two things. Either he's going to get a ring or he's getting a cast out of this deal, because that's the only way this goes for our Baltimore Ravens.
Well, no, I mean, I think this is the only place that really made logical sense. I mean, I want to chase a ring. I don't have one of those. This was the 1 seed in the AFC, and one of the things that got them in the playoffs was a complete inability to run the ball. Look, Derrick Henry is not what he once was. That doesn't mean he's not still good.
Mm-mm.
Last year, there were some injury things. He wasn't quite as effective. It was super obvious that they were moving on to Tajay Spears.
Had a terrible offensive
Tony
line.
Pollard, and that was where I was getting. He was also behind the worst offensive line I've ever seen.
Yeah.
The New York. Have you ever seen that Spider-Man meme where they're all pointing finger guns at each other?
Yes.
That was the Tennessee Titans and the New York Jets last year. Worst offensive line in the league. It's one of us. Could be you today. It'll be me tomorrow.
All right, Derrick Henry, the next running back. Is that the last decent name left on the market? Now you still got J.K. Dobbins.
Woo.
A.J. Dillon.
Woo.
Deontay Foreman.
Woo.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Oh.
That's the only 4 names left on the original PFF ranking of offseason available running backs, like the top of the class.
I'm good on every.
That's the only
you
4
just
left. They've all been snatched up. Everybody's found their spot. And so here's my question. What the hell is Jarrah doing?
At running back?
Yeah.
Oh, I will say he has an intention of taking either Trey Benson or Jonathan Brooks. And I'm going to say it's going to be higher than you think.
So just leaning on the draft and Rico Dowdle? They're the only and Deuce Vaughn. He's still on that team.
Yeah. He's smaller than the Philadelphia Eagle that saved you from getting hit by a bus. If you don't know who it is now, I can't help you.
But Mike McCarthy just leaning on the scheme here.
Well, I mean,
because I got to go with a rookie or a scrub.
Well, I mean,
and I hate to call like A.J. Dillon a scrub. He's not.
A.J. Dillon would be fine.
He could be the. Well, at this point, he's probably the best option you got.
How much worse is he going to be than what you got out of Tony Pollard yesterday? Last year. My brain hurts.
It's fine. It's like anytime you hear me say the term "just the other day," that could have been Tuesday, or it could have been 1997.
Correct.
Because just the other day, I was in high school. And that was 24 years ago.
Jonathan Welch asked if we could talk about Gus Bus going to the Los Angeles Chargers. I mean, do you feel greatly different about any of these running backs where they went? Like, do you think Tony Pollard's going to have some breakout year with the Tennessee Titans? Because I go ahead and tell you, I don't.
No.
Now, there are different tiers. I like Austin Eckler in Washington, especially for what they got him for. A lot. I like Joe Mixon with the Houston Texans. A lot. Devin Singletary to the New York Giants. That didn't really light my fire.
No, but we know what the Giants are doing. Don't we?
Giving Brian Burns $1 billion.
I mean, they have to be punting. They're looking at this going,
I don't know that I've ever seen a team punt.
We're screwed with Daniel Jones.
I don't know that I've ever seen a team punt and give a player one of the 10 richest deals for a defensive player in the history of the league.
Are you sure? There's never been that one team that really didn't have it.
That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
Oh, by the way, all the people in this front office, you go 6 and 11 again, fired. So no, I don't think they're punting in any way.
It did none of it. None of it makes sense. None of it looks good.
There's a difference between punting and being bad at your job, and the New York Giants' entire brass is bad at their job. You're not punting. I did enjoy. I can't remember now who the writer was. I read a story that said Tampa Bay should just punt, and I went,
we do a lot.
We're $180 million past the punting idea. If you're going to punt, you should have done that before you got Baker Mayfield to write his name on a piece of paper, because that's not what that means.
They're at a very low level of the quote unquote process, in my opinion. New York, a team that I looked at 2 years ago as that scrappy little 9-8 playoff team. Oh, they could be building on something. Last year was terrible. This year, and it's because of the Brian Burns deal that I look at that and go, are you sure you got the right people making the right calls here? Because to me, that just looks like a desperation move that a low-level team would make.
Oh, we have breaking news. Not worth the button.
Okay.
Don't hit your stupid button. Irv Smith Jr. signing with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Ooh.
You remember when we thought he was going to be a thing?
Mm-hmm. Hey. I thought he was going to be so special.
He was like that cute girl next door that just kept telling you, yeah, I'll let you take me to the movies. Oh, sorry, I had to wash my hair.
That guy's career's been more disappointing than O.J. Howard's.
That guy's been more disappointing than Glenn Big Baby Davis' porn collection.
I don't know. Have you seen it? It could be quite impressive.
Irv Smith. You talk about a mess. I thought he was going to be so good.
You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville.
Hi, can I get a scratch off?
Whoa, time out.
Who are you?
I'm your Play Smarts champ. I'm here to help you make informed decisions before you play the lottery. Do you know how the odds work?
Not really.
Well, every scratch-off has the odds of winning printed on the back. The odds show us how many winners there are overall in the game, but not where we'll find them.
So buying tickets in a row doesn't guarantee that one of them will be a winner.
That's right, Chief. Winning is random.
Got it, Coach.
When you play the lottery, play smart. Must be 18 to play. Problem Gambling Helpline 877-718-5543.
Worry less about spring cleaning and call Zero Res Carpet and Air Duct Cleaning. Mention ESPN Asheville, and you'll get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned for $129 plus a free hallway. Book online at ZeroResAsheville.com.
When we think about our health, we usually think about exercising and eating healthier, but don't forget that part of your overall health is your dental health. And y'all, if it's been 6 months or longer since your last visit, you need to get in to see the dentist. And Asheville Smiles Cosmetic and Family Dentistry, they offer general family dentistry as well as Invisalign orthodontics, Botox, fillers, sleep apnea screenings, and more. Dr. Merrill and the staff at Asheville Smiles, they're taking new patients, so get your smile back on track. World-class dental care with a hometown feel. Asheville Smiles. PureMiles.com.
Woody and Wilcox. By the way, that's my favorite thing about bowling alleys is the little blower that helps you dry the sweaty hands.
No offense, you are out of shape if you're sweating while you're bowling.
I'm sweating just doing this. Are you kidding me?
Rock 105.1, Asheville's Real Rock.
This is a weekly test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test.
It's the moment you dream of. The moment you work for. Train for. Run wind sprints when nobody's watching for. The moment when hours of gym time, court time, prep time, all culminate into this time. The moment when millions of bounces, blocks, and boards all add up to this. Your moment. Ingles, we're with you every step of the way.
If cleanliness is next to godliness, look around the car right now. Is that very godly? Look, life comes at you fast, but so does WBNC Auto Detailing. They have the tools to make your interior look like it's coming off the showroom floor. You don't believe me? Check them out on Instagram. All that filth and years of stains disappear. WBNC Auto Detailing does full interior and exterior details with paint correction, and they do wax and ceramic coatings. Call WBNC Auto Detailing at 455-3700. Premium care with a Southern hospitality touch. The best season of the year is here.
Tailgate season.
Monster Brewing presents this season's MVP,
The Beast Unleashed.
with 4 bold, familiar flavors.
With 0 caffeine and 0 sugar.
Beast Unleashed is your new pregame ritual.
With white haze, mean green, pink perfect, and scary berries, there's a flavor for every fan. The Beast Unleashed.
6% alcohol by volume. Unleashed responsibly. Must be 21 or over. Beast Unleashed available at your local retailer.
If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate in the mountains, you need to call the agents at Clarissa Sells WNC, brokered by eXp Realty. Check us out online at clarissasellswnc.com. And did I mention that Clarissa Sells WNC loves teachers? We love teachers so much, we're giving back 25% of our commission at closing. For more information, contact us today at 828-774-6343 or clarissasellswnc@gmail.com.
We're one day into sports wagering in the state of North Carolina, and for those of you that are new, yesterday was a great example of why you have to watch games all the way through. I'm Jeremy Greene of the Sportsocracy.com, and this is Green on Green, brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Yesterday, I gave you Cleveland to cover the spread. They covered for the vast majority of the game until it mattered, which is why today we're going to talk about money lines. Money line takes out the spread. You're only picking who wins and loses. But to make it fair, you make more money if you pick an underdog. Tonight, Indiana travels to Oklahoma City. Indiana is a plus 225 dog. Oklahoma City is a minus 278 favorite. That means if you wager $100, you would make $225 on Indiana, and you would have to wager $278 to make $100 on Oklahoma City. This eliminates the point spread and just means you need a winner. And tonight, I'll take Oklahoma City as that winner, minus the 278. For a limited time, new customers who sign up with my promo code JGBets and bet $5 will receive $250 instantly in bonus bets. Whether you prefer playing player props, same game parlays, or you just want to play that gut feeling in the money line, you can do it all with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now using code JGBets and bet $5 to get $250 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code JGBets. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus, North Carolina only, new customers only, subject to regulatory licensing requirements. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. Deposit, wagering, and eligibility restrictions apply. Terms at DraftKings.com/sportsbook/NC.
This is your Exergen Temporal Scanner weather forecast on ESPN Asheville.
A chilly start with lows this morning that were down into the low to mid 30s. The average low was 36 now. The average high is 58. How about this? 68 or close to it, and sunny this afternoon. It just sounds better to say 10 degrees above average, so it looks like it's going to be a nice warm sunny day. I hope you can enjoy that. Tonight, some clouds, still chilly down into the upper 30s. Wednesday, sun 70. Thursday, sunshine, upper 70s. Chance of showers Friday. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Stage.
You're gonna feel a puff of air.
Jong's Optometry has set their sights on staffing up.
Try the next line. Hey, Kim, can you tell our 2 o'clock we're running 15 behind? Sorry, we're a bit backed up today.
He needs an optometric technician to keep an eye on it all.
The dilation drops.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else, and we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. Get started today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Thursday, April 11th, the Orange Peel presents the Disco Biscuits. Get your tickets now online at theorangepeel.net. Don't miss the Disco Biscuits live April 11th. See you at the Peel.
From the Ingalls Studios, this is ESPN Asheville, WPEK, W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, and iHeart radio station.
The Sportsocracy.
Fires me up, man. I love. Say it one more time.
The Sportsocracy.
Get back!
Beer City's best sports talk.
It is gross.
Just earlier.
They are mature, actually. Just to tell me that.
Your lunchtime dose of dumbassery. Live from the Ingalls Studio.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. Sportsocracy is heard everywhere on the iHeart Radio app. Seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel. Well, you can join us in the chat each and every day. Get your questions answered. You got a free agency move that you liked more than any others? Shout those out. We'll talk about it. Got a question about how a certain signing will impact your team.
Oh, we got breaking news that the Jets are signing Arizona Cardinal legend Leaky Photo. Don't do.
You didn't let me hit it last time, so I figured.
That's because not everything requires that god-awful dance.
No, but I missed it the first time, so I wanted to get it. Anyhow. So who was this? Leaky Photo?
Yeah. Now, apparently the Jets just looked at defensive tackle and went, I mean, you said we needed a tackle. You didn't say which side of the ball had to play.
We know who your tackle's going to be. Let's stop.
Stop it. No.
David Bakhtiari. Can't wait.
Does he get one of those Bucky Brooks bionic Winter Soldier legs? Because without that bionic leg, I ain't interested.
You get one of them cages that the college guys wear. You could do that in the NFL, couldn't you? Just wear one of them like halo cages for your knee.
Not good enough. Bucky Brooks or nothing.
Is he as good as Bucky McMillan? That's the question.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Bucky was. Ooh, I almost saw a fight last night. It
really.
Oh, I forgot.
Let's talk about this real quick. So, Ingalls SoCon Basketball Championships that was here at Harris Cherokee Center, Asheville, wrapped up last night. Bucky McMillan, for those of you who don't know, he was a high school coach. He plays Bucky ball.
Yeah, he also plays Jeremy ball, and it was fun for me to watch.
Bucky ball is like Jeremy ball. It's like the West Virginia, the Press Virginia full court press.
40 minutes of hell.
And it works. He has taken Samford from being god-awful 3 years ago. The first year he was there, it was the COVID year, and they were like 6 and whatever. The last 3 seasons, 20 wins each season or more. He won the regular season last year, lost in the tournament. Won the regular season this year. They won the tournament, so they're going to the big dance. He's now been coach of the year 3 straight years in the SoCon. He's got 2 regular season titles and 1 tournament title. His name's going to be mentioned for a big job here real soon.
NC State.
Just wait for that.
NC State, that's the one I would be.
Please, dear God. No.
I like Bucky.
No. And see, that's how you know NC State, you should hire him. Because a Tar Heel fan looks at that and goes, oh, God, no.
It's a bad time.
Yeah. So you almost saw him get in a fight last night?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
I saw a fight almost happen as teams
okay.
were going in the locker room.
Okay. I said Bucky's name, and you were like, I almost saw something.
No, it wasn't with Bucky.
Okay.
I was with a player.
Yeah.
Fan decided to say just horrible things.
Oh, no.
They should have. That dude should have. Nope. Better be glad I wasn't a cop.
I don't understand that, man. I don't understand why people do that.
Just because you bought a ticket does not mean you get a license to be a jackass.
Exactly. Watch your mouth. Be respectful. Dear God, these guys are out there putting their bodies on the line to entertain you. Like,
and you know,
irritates me.
If you can hear the sound of my voice right now, you know you.
It irritates me to no end.
Anyway,
quarterbacks. Go
ahead. We have a new member of the House of Reprehensibles. Cincinnati Bengals superfan Mike Rosen, longtime OG of this show.
Mm-hmm.
Glad to have you, my friend.
All right, quarterbacks in free agency.
There's only one to talk about. I mean, it is the legend, the man, the myth, the legend of the Lego fireman himself, Sam Darnold, Minnesota. Let's go. I'm not sure they're not in better shape than if they'd signed Kirk Cousins. Let's go.
You're so crazy.
I actually believe everything I just said.
Which is ridiculous.
He's way cheaper.
Yeah.
That roster is nowhere near competitive.
Mm-hmm.
I actually think that's going to be fine. I really do. I think that's going to be fine. And now you add Aaron Jones to it. That team is going to run the ball quite a bit.
When did that happen?
Late last night, this morning, one or the other.
Okay.
I think it was actually this morning, I believe, as I was driving in. 1 year, $7 million.
I'll take it.
Solid.
Yeah.
Line up the purple sombreros. That's fine.
And Sam Darnold's going to be your starting quarterback.
Are you in better shape with Sam Darnold than you were with Nick Mullins?
Is Sam Darnold going to be the starting quarterback, or is J.J. McCarthy going to be the starting quarterback of this team? And Sam Darnold will back him up.
Well, it's ironic you said that, because I'm not so sure that the Sam Darnold, and you're going to tell me I'm crazy when I say this, I'm not sure the Sam Darnold thing doesn't tell me they're not taking quarterback at 11. Sam has aspirations to be a starter, and he's still young enough to do it. If you were going to go the route of what you're saying, then you could easily have done what the New England Patriots did and signed Jacoby Brissett.
Mm-hmm.
Because to me, Jacoby Brissett signals we're taking Jaden.
Yes.
Although Marcus Mariota signals we're signing Jaden Daniels too. Because that's a backup quarterback that plays similarly.
I don't know that the Minnesota Vikings included anybody sees Sam Darnold as a starter in this league.
I can tell you that's not true.
Okay.
I actually had some of these discussions while we were in Indy. There are plenty of people that think he's one of the 32 best quarterbacks in this league.
Really? Okay.
And he will get the shot to be the starter in Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
Now, am I telling you that means that they're not going to bring in a rookie? No, it's just it doesn't make a lot of sense. There are certain guys that you don't bring in to tutor rookies because they still have loftier aspirations. Jacoby Brissett does not have that. He knows what he is. He is an older guy that's been in this league. He's had his opportunities. He is here to cash a paycheck, and he is okay with mentoring young guys. I don't think you look at Sam Darnold and go, hey, we want you to bring along J.J. McCarthy. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
I don't know. San Francisco looked at him and went, wasn't he brought in to help bring along
No, he was brought
Brock?
in to be an emergency backup behind Brock Purdy. If Brock goes down, we feel good with you. And he wasn't there to mentor Brock Purdy. And I will wager, I don't think he did.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Sam's only been in the league 6 years. It's not like you're getting some wily old veteran. No, you're getting a guy that still wants to start.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a recipe for bad news bears.
But wanting to start and being
that was the problem
able
with
to
Baker
start.
Mayfield and Sam Darnold.
Mm-hmm.
They both wanted to start, and they had no interest in helping each other. So you just had an absolute cauldron bubbling before the ball was even snapped.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a bad idea.
Yeah.
I saw that. Plus, you mix that with all of the pieces with Grenard and Van Ginkel that they threw on that defense. Blake Cashman. By the way, if you'd told me 4 years ago that Blake Cashman would get a $25 million deal, I would have said you were doing recreational crimes.
Mm-hmm. But you like the Minnesota move.
They're fine. They had a massive lack of defensive pieces. And I don't love any one of those deals. I feel like they overpaid Grenard to play a position that's not necessarily what he does.
Mm-hmm.
Danielle Hunter signing with the San Francisco 49ers, by the way. We missed that by 10 seconds yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
That story came down right as the show ended.
And Jeremy was like, I want to stay on, but I've got other things to do. Yeah. So we had to get out. But honestly, I look at the Minnesota Vikings right now as one of the biggest losers.
I don't.
Of this offseason. Because I get that, and because their goal and my goal for your team is completely different.
Because
they may
your
be
goal's not
they may be doing right. They may be doing the right thing for their franchise.
There's no doubt they are.
Not going down the path of putting more money into Kirk Cousins, put $50 million more into the waning years of an aging quarterback. I'm just left wondering, is this your move? Is this really what you're going to do? And I think this means that they are going to be in the market for a quarterback.
I don't. If they are, Kwesi Adofo-Mensah is nowhere near as good of a GM as I thought he was.
Mm-hmm.
There are plenty of guys you could bring in for that. Sam Darnold ain't one of them. He's not. And you can feel what you want to feel. Signing Kirk Cousins in Minnesota, the further down that rabbit hole I got, the dumber I thought it was. Is he going to win you a Super Bowl? No. Then why would I set this money on fire? To make the fan base feel good? Sweet. So we can go 9-8, go to the playoffs, and get our brains beat out by a team that's actually good? Or maybe we actually just try to lather up and become a contender. You weren't doing anything more with Kirk Cousins than you will do with Sam Darnold.
Mm-hmm.
And I firmly believe that. Kirk's a better quarterback. He's
No
also
doubt.
a much older quarterback
Mm-hmm.
with no room to grow whatsoever. You know, and I see people in the chat talking about Justin Jefferson hating this Sam Darnold signing. I'm not so sure that's true. I'm really not so sure that's true.
But why? Why would he? Why would he be jazzed about Sam Darnold?
Because would I rather be thrown to by a quarterback that I've seen start in this league and we no doubt know has talent, or I'm going to bring along J.J. McCarthy, who may or may not be able to throw a football at all, or Bo Nix, who's somehow older than me and I've been in the league for 3 years. Michael Penix, okay, I could be talked into that one because that dude's got a rifle.
Mm-hmm.
But behind that offensive line, I'm not sure I care.
But you don't think J.J. McCarthy's got the arm?
I don't think J.J. McCarthy's
To run
a
that
very good
offense?
quarterback. I think that's a guy I have to grow with. And if I'm Justin Jefferson, I don't want somebody I have to grow with. I'll ride this Sam Darnold thing for a year. Who knows? Maybe we make the playoffs. The defense is going to be better. We're going to be able to run the ball with Aaron Jones. I'm in better shape this way than I would have been with a rookie, where I'm literally scratching off a scratch off.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just go ahead and tell you, J.J. McCarthy ain't better than Sam Darnold. He might be 4 years from now. He's not right now, and it's not even kind of close. Bo Nix, I feel the same way. I feel the same way about Michael Penix.
You know me. I have no faith in Sam Darnold. There are a lot of us that have no faith in Sam Darnold. Glad that the Minnesota Vikings have faith in Sam Darnold, and maybe that is their plan, is to go on and make him the starter. And that's the thing. After you've seen it time and time again, are you hoping for the Baker Mayfield thing? Because that's the ceiling here.
He's
now.
more talented than Baker Mayfield. It's not even Baker. So, yeah, I mean, if I'm Minnesota and I can strike lightning in a bottle the same way that Geno Smith did and the same way Baker Mayfield did, and I can shut up the fan base and not be stuck in one of these god-awful contracts, absolutely.
Maybe
That's
so.
a lot better than, hey, maybe this guy that threw it 280 times last year, maybe he could be a serviceable facsimile of an NFL quarterback. Yeah, I like it better that way.
Mm-hmm.
That also opens me up to take Quinyon Mitchell at 11, and you give me the pieces I added to the defense and an ability to run the ball, yeah, let's go. I'm way better off that way.
Yeah. And how far do you How far do you go down the path until you find the guy? Sam Darnold is he a bridge?
At worst. He's a bridge at worst. He could be a guy that you actually find something out of. He's still insanely young.
Mm-hmm.
He's 27 years old. And I still think there's a lot of talent there. And guess what? There's 4 other NFL teams that have told you the exact same thing.
Yep.
That weird. He's still getting $10 million deals. That's more than Baker got last year. I'm sure it's just
All right, that's your favorite quarterback move?
It's not so much my favorite. It just makes sense.
One of the unheralded moves, maybe in the offseason.
To me, that makes more sense than Russell Wilson. I added him for $8 and 4 bags of footballs. Awesome. Didn't really change the tenor of the organization anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Jacoby Brissett, I like that because it really signals I'm going to take a risk. So, and that kind of tells me I don't care which one it is. I know we're not getting Caleb, but whether it's Drake May or Jaden Daniels doing it, we'll sit there at 3. That Jacoby Brissett signing should be the best signal to an Arizona Cardinal fan of, yeah, you call this the reunion all you want to. That's not what this is.
Marvin Harrison will be there for you.
I believe so, yeah.
At number 4, which
makes me feel much more likely that 3 quarterback thing.
Which is the only thing that Red Sea has wanted you to say for the last, I don't know, month and a half of the Draftmas season.
Well, you've had about a 75% chance of that anyway, but then you start watching the other pieces fall out there, and it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. You know how this is going. Here's my question. What about that whole Justin Fields thing? What
that market dried up.
What kind of a landing spot is left for him, and what are the Bears going to get out of it? Is the bigger question to me.
That's been getting louder and louder and louder by the minute since we got back from Indianapolis. I've got some information on that. We've got to take a break. When we come back from that break, we'll talk about Justin Fields and where are you going, bro?
At Lowe's, pros save big every day when you buy in bulk. Save 10% when you buy 230 or more select James Hardie fiber cement siding panels. Selection varies by location while supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details.
Hear that? The sound of adorable little birds in your garden. And if you were here, you'd taste the 2 sweet but tiny tomatoes you grew all by yourself. But you're not here. Your self-care happens when you're riding your motorcycle, protected by Progressive, on your way to the store for a pack of normal-sized tomatoes. So if you ride, switch to Progressive, America's #1 motorcycle insurer, without getting your hands dirty. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
This is your captain. We are going to be experiencing some slight turbulence. Please fasten your... Oh, hold on. Just got a video of my cat.
Imagine the pilot of an airplane was as competent as you are texting and driving. Seems kind of crazy when you put it like that.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
There's over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like Alternative Rewind, where all rock begins. R.E.M., The Cure, Depeche Mode, Pretenders, Talking Heads, and more. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search Alternative Rewind, and listen now. iHeartRadio, free, never sounded so good.
This is an election year like no other.
So we're bringing you election coverage like nobody else.
In-depth coverage of all the key races.
On News Radio 570 WWNC.
Western North Carolina's election station.
If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate in the mountains, you need to call the agents at Clarissa Sells WNC, brokered by eXp Realty. Check us out online at clarissasellswnc.com. And did I mention that Clarissa Sells WNC loves teachers? We love teachers so much, we're giving back 25% of our commission at closing. For more information, contact us today at 828-774-6343 or clarissasellswnc@gmail.com.
Showtime Sports and Mountain Graphics have teamed up under new ownership by an Asheville native to better serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Showtime Sports and Mountain Graphics can customize whatever you, your team, business, or local group may need through high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving right here in Asheville. Free personal delivery within Buncombe County and a reduced delivery fee anywhere in Western North Carolina. Visit ShowtimeSportsAVL.com and MountainGraphicsAVL.com. Your one-stop custom apparel shops.
It's the moment you dream of. The moment you work for. Train for. Run, win, sprint when nobody's watching for. The moment when hours of gym time, court time, prep time, all culminate into this time. The moment when millions of bounces, blocks, boards, all add up to this. Your moment. Higgins, we're with you every step of the way.
The Sportsocracy. These guys are a f***ing disgrace.
Back at the Sportsocracy, and what is going on with Justin Fields? You know, the rumor came out while we were in Indianapolis for the 2024 NFL Combine. Thanks to Ingles Markets again for helping us go on that trip. But the rumor came out, and it got real strong, that a deal had been reached to send him to Atlanta.
But then nobody could answer really basic tenets of that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's the compensation? I don't know.
What
Then
draft
when I
pick?
started telling that to people in the know, they went, yeah, you're getting duped.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the fallback. And that trade's probably been agreed to. But the only way that happens is if Kirk Cousins is not on the board.
And then
Kirk Cousins was on the board.
Yeah, and then Kirk Cousins is on the board, and Atlanta signs Kirk Cousins. And now what? Now what's the landing spot for Justin Fields? Chicago is holding on to this great asset. Remember, they were talking about how, we're going to hold on to this this guy. We might consider taking somebody else at the top of this draft. Trying to make everybody think that Justin Fields is a hot commodity and teams needed to jump on that. Remember, we like to play the fun game of who wants you to know that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, now you've got Kirk Cousins off the board. Russell Wilson's gone elsewhere. Apparently, Jameis Winston going to Cleveland. Jacoby Brissett, Tyrod Taylor, Sam Darnold. All these quarterbacks have found landing places. Baker Mayfield, unfortunately. But now what do you do with Justin Fields?
Well, that's the $1 million question. Is where is the landing spot? And I ask you, where's the landing spot?
I mean, I don't have a great option.
It's because there isn't one. It's because there isn't one. You know, it's funny when these things pop up, and a guy in Justin Fields that I have basically railed on since he came into this league and told you, if you watch the tape, there's really nothing here. There's nothing that an evaluator looks at and goes, yeah, Justin Fields, because he can run around. Whoop-de-damn-do. That really doesn't mean a whole lot because he can't make consistent throws. So you look around the NFL now and go, all right, almost all of you have starters or you're in a position to draft rookies.
Mm-hmm.
Do you even see a potential landing spot? Because I got two. I got two in the entire league.
Denver.
Not a chance.
No
Sean
shot.
Payton would pull his hair out. That
With
offense
the
is
inaccuracy of that
predicated
quarterback, yeah.
on being accurate and making the right decision with the football. Two
Yeah.
things that Justin Fields never does.
Yeah, okay.
I see two, and I'll go ahead and tell you, I'm not guaranteeing he'd even be the starter.
Okay, give them to me.
Seattle Seahawks.
Okay.
New York Giants. That's it. I don't have another one in the NFL. Right now, I'd take those two against the rest of the league.
The only two teams that would make any sense are the two teams that are hamstrung by limited quarterbacks on one-year deals. What kind of bidding war do you get out of that?
You're not going to get a bidding.
No. But that's what they want, right? That was the pie in the sky deal here was Chicago's going to get a bidding war for Justin Fields, and we're going to end up with there were some people thinking they were going to get a 1 out of that.
Adam Schefter said they would easily get a second-round pick, and they might get 2 of them. You remember what we said that day?
Not going to happen.
Bet they don't.
Yeah.
Bet they don't. Now, the second-round pick, that at one time made sense. If Kirk Cousins had gone back to Minnesota, Russell Wilson had stayed in Denver, and you didn't have these cheaper options. Kelvin Joyner said the Raiders may take him if he was cheap. Well, see, here's the thing about that. The minute they signed Gardner Minshew, that went out the window. Because I'm not putting those two personalities in the same room. Aiden O'Connell, that's fine. He wasn't drafted to be the savior of this franchise. I think Gardner Minshew was signed to be the starter.
Okay.
With him and O'Connell will battle it out. If O'Connell beats him, Gardner Minshew is the definition of the team player type of player that will come in here and be okay with that. This is the same thing I just said about Sam Darnold. If you want a guy that's going to come in and compete with a rookie, you sign Gardner Minshew. That ain't what you got in Sam Darnold. I watched him in San Francisco all year last year.
Mm-hmm.
Watch Gardner Minshew behind Anthony Richardson, then step up to the plate when he was called upon. There's a difference there. Gardner knows what he is. He knows he's, no matter what he does, if he comes in here and throws for 4,500 yards with the Raiders twice, guess what? 2 years from now when he hits the market again, he's still not getting $40 million. Sam Darnold thinks he will. And there are others of us that think he could in the right situation. I don't feel that way about Gardner Minshew.
Mm-hmm.
But now, if I'm trying to win right now, which quarterback would I rather have, Justin Fields or Gardner Minshew?
Gardner Minshew.
It's not even close.
Absolutely.
He almost made the playoffs in the AFC last year.
Mm-hmm.
Jack S. asked, what about the Colts? He's the perfect Richardson replacement. That's the problem.
You don't want to put that in.
I don't want to put those two in the same room.
No.
Anthony Richardson's my franchise quarterback. I don't want anybody that's even going to vaguely challenge that.
No.
You also have to remember the fan base. Because I'll use the Colts. And that's a good point by Jack S. that he is using you line up quarterbacks with similar prototypes of quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
It's the reason I'm thinking that Jaden Daniels might be the pick at 2, because Marcus Mariota and Jaden Daniels are not that far off from each other in terms of how they played, not talent or anything like that. The way they played. The offense stays the same if one goes down and I have to play the other.
Mm-hmm.
I look at the fan base, and if I'm Jim Irsay, I can have Justin Fields for a 5th-round pick, in theory. What happens if Anthony Richardson goes down again? What happens if Anthony Richardson goes down and then Justin Fields comes in here and does the exact same thing Gardner Minshew just did? And now half the fan base thinks that's the quarterback of the future. That's why you have a Gardner Minshew, because he's not threatening.
Mm-hmm.
No Colt fan was looking at Minshew going, well, I know we just drafted Anthony Richardson for him, but maybe we could trade him. No, Justin Fields will do that, because there will be elements of the fan base that goes, he's still young, we got to pay him the money, and then you have literally painted yourself into a corner.
That's why if you put him with the New York Giants or the Seattle Seahawks, who have quarterbacks that nobody really believes in anymore.
Have
I mean,
one
you could
foot
say
in the
you
grave,
do.
1 foot on a banana peel.
You can say you do. You can say I'm a Giants fan and I'm all behind Daniel Jones. I mean, I'm gonna need to know if you're smoking crimes or not. Maybe you need some therapy or something. There's no way that you could believe in that at this point. Now, what happens if he gets hurt again? Or what happens if he just comes out and sucks on ice? We could turn to Justin Fields, and if Justin Fields turns this thing around just even a little bit, I don't have anything to worry about, because I can bring Justin Fields back next year and not have a controversy with Mac Jones or not have a controversy with Geno Smith. I think you may have broken the code on this one again, Flostradamus.
Seattle's the place that makes the most sense, because the problem with the Giants is I just signed a bad quarterback deal with Daniel Jones. And let's say that happened. Daniel Jones is terrible. We bench him for Justin Fields. He comes in here and saves us. We go 6-11, but Fields looks good against a weakened back half of the schedule.
Then what?
Now I got to sign a bad quarterback contract. Now I got to do the same thing all over again. And I have no interest in doing that. The NFL's telling you what they think about Justin Fields. The NFL's telling you that I've been right about him since the minute he came into this league. You are a horrifically bad thrower of the football. And on top of that, you have this weird little ego that doesn't make a lot of sense. Doesn't make a lot of sense because you're not entitled to that in any way. Nothing you've done on the field. Oh, but I've rushed for all these yards. Awesome. You know who else did? Michael Vick. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I ran for a lot of yards in a throwing league. Mm-hmm. Sweet. You're the best typewriter salesman the day IBM came out. Sweet. That for you and Top Ramen will keep you alive. That's about it.
Yep.
The NFL's telling you this guy's not viewed as a franchise quarterback. We would rather take a second swing at the second tier of quarterbacks in Penix and Nix and McCarthy than give a 1-year cheap shot at Justin Fields. I will go one step further. I won't be shocked if the compensation for Justin Fields and the compensation for Zach Wilson end up looking eerily similar. Because I hear the same things about both. There's good, but the bad is terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
I can't trust you because of the bad. The one difference is that people feel like the Jets ruined Zach Wilson. Because a lot of teams believed in him. A lot of teams believed in the talent. They believed in the system that he came out of, that it would translate. And then he had a couple really good games against the Chiefs this past year on Sunday Night Football. There was one against the Titans. He's had a few where you look at it and go, this kid might be figuring it out.
Mm-hmm.
He never did. He had a defensive coach in a place that just chews up quarterbacks. Justin Fields is not getting the same latitude. I don't really know why, because he's in the same boat, defensive coach in a place that chews up quarterbacks. Don't be shocked if Fields gets a 5 and Zach Wilson gets a 6 for the right to pay them practically the same amount of money and not kick in the 5th year up.
Yeah. Well, it just goes to show you that it's important to be able to throw the ball.
They both have raw talent.
Well, look, when it's just like anything. When the industry goes one way and you refuse to go that way, I don't know, it's like NASCAR. Right? You see all the cars going around the track, and they're all going in the same direction, and they're following behind each other because you want to stay in the flow of traffic. If you get out of the flow of traffic, it's going to slow you down. And finally, the state of North Carolina is in the flow of traffic here.
It's just a perfect segue. It's a green flag, North Carolina, because we're live. DraftKings Sportsbook, an official betting partner of NASCAR, is live here in the Tar Heel State. You are now able to bet on all your favorite sports anywhere in the state from your phone with DraftKings Sportsbook. For a limited time, new customers who sign up with my promo code JGBETS and bet $5 will receive $250 instantly in bonus bets. Whether you prefer playing player props, same-game parlays, or you just want to play that gut feeling on a money line, kind of like tonight, you can do it all with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now using my code JGBETS and bet $5 to get $250 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code JGBETS. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus, North Carolina only, new customers only, subject to regulatory licensing requirements. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. Deposit wagering and eligibility restrictions apply. Terms at DraftKings.com/sportsbook/NC.
This is your Exergen Temporal Scanner weather forecast on ESPN Asheville.
A chilly start with lows this morning that were down into the low to mid-30s. The average low was 36 now. The average high is 58. How about this? 68 or close to it. It's sunny this afternoon. It just sounds better to say 10 degrees above average, so it looks like it's going to be a nice, warm, sunny day. I hope you can enjoy that. Tonight, some clouds, still chilly down into the upper 30s. Wednesday, sun 70. Thursday, sunshine, upper 70s. Chance of showers Friday. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's.
Spring is right around the corner, and Renewal by Anderson of the Carolinas is here to help get your home ready. During the month of March, take $347 off windows, $939 off doors, plus an additional 5% off your entire project. Go to freewindowassessment.com.
This March, Wendy's has some amazing deals on their hamburgers made with fresh, never frozen beef.
Like a juicy Dave's single for $1 and a fresh $2 Dave's double with in-app offer.
It's such a good deal, we wrote a little ditty about it.
Get it for $1. Dave single, order in the app.
Take single, get it for a buck. Choose wisely, choose Wendy's official hamburger March Madness.
Limited time offer. Participating U.S. entities. See offer details and review Wendy's app. Account registration required. Fresh beef available only. Contiguous U.S. and Alaska.
Hey, it's Mark Starling from First News on 570, and I've been going to Summit Dental in Asheville with Dr. Chad Reinhardt for years. They're fantastic, but you don't have to take my word for it. Check out some of these 5-star reviews from Google. After searching for a dentist for months, I finally found this place. I needed some serious dental work, and they got me in within a week. If you're anxious about going to the dentist, I assure you this is the place that can give you a new outlook on having dental work done. They're upfront, honest, and caring people who only want the best for their patients. You gotta check out Summit Dental in Asheville with Dr. Chad Reinhardt, home of the Comfort Menu.
Jim was at the laundromat when he heard his ear said Maraca, senor, but his nose said, "Hey, freshest scent ever." Following his nose, Jim found a man pouring Gain scent beads into the washer. The scent, the freshness. Jim blurted, "Sir, your scent maracas smell amazing." You could call them scent maracas, but most noses call them Gain scent beads. Try Gain scent beads. Way fresher than detergent alone.
If cleanliness is next to godliness, look around the car right now. Is that very godly? Look, life comes at you fast, but so does WBNC Auto Detailing. They have the tools to make your interior look like it's coming off the showroom floor. You don't believe me? Check them out on Instagram. All that filth and years of stains disappear. WBNC Auto Detailing does full interior and exterior details with paint correction, and they do wax and ceramic coatings. Call WBNC Auto Detailing at 455-3700. Premium care with a Southern hospitality touch. The best season of the year is here. Monster Brewing presents this season's MVP,
The Beast Unleashed.
with 4 bold, familiar flavors.
With 0 caffeine and 0 sugar.
Beast Unleashed is your new pregame ritual.
With white haze, mean green, peach perfect, and scary berries, there's a flavor for every fan. The Beast Unleashed.
6% alcohol by volume. Unleashed responsibly. Must be 21 or over. Beast Unleashed available at your local retailer.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you could do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
On the weird scale, there's Vegas, there's Florida, and there's Asheville. Let's get weird, Asheville.
We are back at the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville. It's time to get weird, Jeremy Greene, and we know that you always like to find the weirdest of stories.
I do, and I live by a very simple credo that was given to us by one Mr. Ronald Reagan. 9 scariest words in the English language, or I'm from the government, and I'm here to help. Pentagon submitted a report to Congress this past Friday claiming that there was no evidence that aliens exist, which I tend to agree with, because everybody and their brother has a cell phone, and yet nobody's ever gotten a picture of little green aliens. It's always some really far away little fuzzy tiny picture of something that looks like Tank going, "Oh, look, it's an alien." No, it's a fat man. Big difference. But they have boiled down why they think so many people keep thinking that they're seeing something in the sky at night. Secret military tests. The report claims a big spike in UFO sightings following World War II. That was most likely caused by military equipment being tested. 2 specific examples are the testing of high-altitude balloons, like what crashed in Roswell, New Mexico in 1947. I don't think I've ever heard them explain what that actually was before I read this report.
Mm-hmm.
Had you ever heard that? There was a military balloon that went down?
No. I mean, that's what they say.
It's what they say because it's true.
That's what they say.
Look, okay.
We all know
Hold
what's
on.
true.
Let me see if I can boil this down a little further. We're a society that has gone through the election process, and the best 2 candidates we can put out there are Donald Trump and Joe Biden. if there were aliens, they would have enslaved us long ago because they would have looked at us and gone, those people are too stupid to put a hole in the snow, and we can take that country in like 4 minutes. And they have booze. A lot of it. Like a lot of it.
But they don't need to. They're so much far more advanced than we are. They don't need to. Yeah. Every now and then they come down to visit, check it out, see if we've progressed, and they go, oh, no, they still hadn't figured it out yet.
I still maintain
we'll be back
that
later.
If there are aliens, they are staying so far away from here because we are their favorite redneck reality show.
No doubt.
We are the honey boo-boo of the universe.
Mm-hmm. We're all just living in like a
look
giant Truman Show.
Look at them. They just keep
They're watching us
around like two pigs.
watching us from afar. Evidence has crashed into the desert, and the government has hid it for 70 some years.
If you ever doubt what I just said, I want you to go downtown Asheville and just look around and go, you think the aliens are seeing any value in that? Really? Go down Merriman Avenue, look at that bike lane where no bikes ever travel, and just go, I think they would be looking for intelligent life too. Not sure how much of it they're going to find here.
Not buying it. Can't put the lid back on this thing. We all know it's real. You're just lying to us. They're out there.
Kelvin Joyner said he's got a buddy at Lockheed Martin that says they do stuff all the time. I fully believe that. I also think
they do what?
Military tests and things like that.
Huh?
I also fully believe that there are a lot of people who are just really, really dumb. And there are a lot of people who are real liars.
Really dumb.
I got abducted by aliens. No, Bubba Ray Jr., you didn't. Okay? Because if they were going to abduct somebody, I'm going to say they would have gotten somebody better. How about you put that overall back on and get that nip out? Because it's looking at me, and I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
I've never met a person that believes in aliens, and I mean really believes. Not like, oh, there might be something out there. The one that goes, no, I was abducted in a field in Beckley, West Virginia, and they probed me. It's always that weird guy. It's like, you did a lot of drugs in the 70s, didn't you? How many crimes did you smoke from 1972 to lunch? Because I feel like it was a boatload.
Why is it weird that a whole bunch of people, where it may not be acceptable in the town that you live in, claims that they were taken by someone against their will, probed.
And then they just dropped you back off like, take luck.
See you later.
That was fun.
It was fun, wasn't it?
Can we offer you a cigarette?
By
any chance?
Those alien movies used to scare me when I was a kid.
I'm sure they did.
There was one, I can't remember. It was called like Light in the Sky or something like that. And it was just, it was like the guy gets taken up and encased in like this just goo, and they've got wires coming out. I went, yep, from that point on, never again. Deathly afraid of aliens. And I don't want it. I don't want it near me. I don't know what you're doing with your face. You just need to take it somewhere else.
Gambit fan is just killing it in the chat today. They probed me. Always sound like a barely disguised fetish to me.
Exactly. That's what I was getting at.
It's a very specific fetish that you got there. You have to put.
You tell that story to your buddies to see how they'll respond, and if they're like, "Oh, did you like it?" Then you got another conversation on your hands, guys.
How many Glenn did Big Baby Davis videos have you watched recently? Your internet search history has commas in it, doesn't it?
Completely warped my mind. I'm still the guy that every time I want to go to x.com, it makes me feel like I'm doing something dirty. It makes me feel weird.
How many times are you going to tell that joke in the assumption that it is one day going to be funny?
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm telling you, honestly, every time I type it in, I go, I'm not supposed to be doing this.
Every time he goes to Twitter, he tells me the joke. And he goes to Twitter like 14 times a day. So I've heard that joke about 643 times in the last, month.
Sorry. One of those things. NFL free agency. I'm talking about the quarterbacks. Jeremy's got a huge belief in Sam Darnold can still be a starter in this league.
I do.
I think you're one of the only few that still believe that. But it is what it is. Minnesota making the choice to move on from Kirk Cousins. I feel like it would be best for Justin Jefferson to still have a good quarterback back there because he doesn't have that now.
Sam Darnold's fine.
I said earlier in the program, the Atlanta move to get Kirk Cousins, the home run swing that they took, 4 years, $180 million to get you a top 10-ish quarterback in this league. That is the missing piece to you being a contender, and it's got to be the best move, the biggest move of the offseason to me.
Well, I mean, you're also missing the bigger story here. With Minnesota, you would need Joe Montana, as that division currently lays out, to not be the worst team in that division. Because the Bears are better than you, the Lions are better than you, the Packers are better than you. And one of them is way better than you.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, you tap out. Don't spend money just to spend money. And Kurt, I was shocked how many Viking fans were just gassed on Kirk Cousins. I did not see a lot of upset Minnesota Viking fans yesterday. I actually saw a lot of them that seemed to be, you enjoy that. I know how that ends. You're not going to like it.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the problem that you have with a guy who's, yes, he's got us to new highs, but he never got us over the hump. We never got there. I mean, he wasn't the quarterback that took them to the one step away from the Super Bowl, was he?
No.
No, that was Case Keenum. So what's my ceiling here? My ceiling here is making the playoffs and then losing in the playoffs.
Christian Sorensen, who is a great Minnesota Vikings fan, said, have fun going 8-9.
Mm-hmm.
And that is not the first time I've heard that.
Yep.
Gamut fan asked me a question. What will it take for you to give up on Sam Darnold? Because you aren't the only one who thinks he has more to offer, and I'm genuinely bamboozled. Okay, I can answer that question. The day that I stop seeing bummuses like Mac Jones get their fourth chance, that's when I'll start tapping out on guys like Sam Darnold. Because I've seen the talent, and I know it's there. I have never for 5 seconds looked at Mac Jones and gone, that dude is more athletic than I am. That dude is a better NFL quarterback than name anybody you want.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're so desperate to find that guy. Look, you look around the NFL landscape, and quarterbacks come in tiers. There's the elite of the elite. And I would say at this point, that is Pat Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen. Lamar Jackson, I think, is almost in a tier by himself because it's so different. It's not just, hey, I can drop back and beat you with darts. He beat you a different way. So it's not that I'm not saying he's elite. I'm saying that it's different, and I've never seen that win, if that makes sense. Then there's another tier of you have copious amounts of talent, but, man, it would be nice if I ever saw you win squat, which is the Justin Herberts of the world, the Tua Tagovailoas of the world.
Kirk Cousins.
I'm not going that high with Kirk Cousins. I think Kirk is a really smart quarterback that has a nice little niche. He was also in a division that just was absolutely terrible for the vast majority of his career. Because if you remember when he was in Washington, that division wasn't very good. And when he came to Minnesota, you had the Lions and the Bears, and they were both terrible.
Mm-hmm.
So he had to beat Aaron Rodgers. That was basically it. I think he is a guy that is really, really bright when it comes to marketing himself, because look at where he just landed. So he goes to Atlanta, and now he has to beat Bryce Young, Derek Carr being coached by Dennis Allen, and $100 million Baker Mayfield. Let the good times roll. Where I come in is what comes in after that. After you get to the Kirk Cousins, and you have these guys like Jordan Love. Jordan Love in the right system can work. Do I believe in him? Not even, not nary a little bit. I think he's better than I thought he was. But this thought that he's some franchise quarterback that you need to line up and pay $160 million to, no, sir. No, sir, you don't. And to me, the difference between that guy, Justin Fields, and Sam Darnold is fractional. It's always been that way to me, and it will never stop. And if I can get one of them for $6 million and the other one is going to cost me 60 over 2 at the minimum, I will lean on that latter forever. But then there are certain guys I just look at and go, Christian Ponder was one of them. That was before I did this show.
Mm-hmm.
But Christian Ponder was a guy that I never could figure out how anybody with an IQ above salad dressing looked at him and went, that's an NFL quarterback.
Agreed.
EJ Manuel, I know how you got duped there. Christian Ponder, not a clue. Jake Locker, get how you got duped there. Josh Rosen, not a clue. Not one clue how that got you. Baker Mayfield, never understood how that got people. Don't understand how that keeps getting people, to be really honest with you. And I'm not going to say, I think I'm smarter than you or anything like that. No, I can look at the basic tenets of playing quarterback. Sam Darnold hits 8 of them. Let's say there's 10. He hits 8 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Baker Mayfield hits 6.
Mm-hmm.
Mac Jones has yet to hit the first one, and if he does, I'll let you know. Bailey Zapp, same thing. You're a fine backup.
This will be the breaking point, though. If he gets his shot, if the plan is not what I said, of we brought Sam in here to be the fallback, to be the guy, to be the backup to whoever we're going to draft in the first round. Is that J.J. McCarthy or Bo Nix or Michael Penix, whoever you think you can get at where they're picking at 11, whoever you can get at 11, or if you have to trade up or whatever.
Ask yourself this question before you're going further. Because this is where I think you get lost in these things.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me which one of these teams is better. Sam Darnold with Quinyon Mitchell. J.J. McCarthy with J.J. McCarthy.
Oh, because you're not getting a corner?
No, because there's not one on the market. And so, okay, now I'm gonna end up with a second-round guy. And actually, does Minnesota have second-round? They feel like, to me, that team that they were one of those teams that didn't have one. I could be wrong.
I'll check. Continue.
But that's where the team building goes. This is what is maddening to me about the NFL draft, is that everybody just thinks that quarterback's in a vacuum. No, it's not. Because you're using the 11th pick in the draft on a guy that might be the 60th most talented player. And I know you know that to be true.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about this entirely too much.
Yes.
This draft is too deep for you to take shots on guys like that because you're desperate. It's one thing if you think you can make the playoffs. That was my claim with Atlanta. If Atlanta wants to take J.J. McCarthy, you buy into him, more power to you. Minnesota, I don't care who you take. You're at best the second best team in that division. That's at best. And that's me going so rose-colored glasses that it's pathetic. More likely, you're the 3 or the 4. And you're telling me that a raw, inexperienced quarterback that played in a run-first scheme is the guy that's going to take you out of that? That doesn't make any sense to me. And by the time he's good, let's say you build him into this quarterback. By the time he's good, you have to pay him. And it doesn't matter anymore because he's not Pat Mahomes and he's not Josh Allen and he's not Joe Burrow. And I'll keep doing this with rookies until kingdom come, until I find one of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can get Sam Darnold for rookie money, he's better than J.J. McCarthy. And it's not even close.
Okay. And he may be.
There's no he may be.
But my point.
For the year of 2024.
He will be.
That would be like looking at me and saying, there might be a door in this room. No, there is a door in this room. I walked in it to get in here.
He may be better. He may be better for the long run. My only point.
That part I don't know, but that part I don't care.
My only point here. You don't care how good he is for the long run?
Because I don't see any there's no high-end upside. This is the reason that I've always said with a quarterback, I'm either taking the first one or I'm taking the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Because guess what? If you look back over the years that I've been doing this, I ain't missed on that number one quarterback very many times. And the one time I did, I had the number one quarterback at 2. And it was ahead of one that went ahead of both of them. So I'll get the elite talent or I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go Sam Darnold. I'll go Tyrod Taylor. I don't care. What I'm not going to do is waste this high-end capital that I get one of a year because, oh, my God, I'm so desperate to have a quarterback. I got to have a quarterback or we're going to die. No, you're going to suck either way. I mean, I hate to break it to you. That's what you can go 4-13 with J.J. McCarthy or you can go 6-11 with Sam Darnold. Sorry. To me, that's 6 one way and half a dozen the other.
You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else. And we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. From your cell, dial pound 250 and say keyword great results. That's pound 250 and say great results.
Doug Gottlieb here. March is here. That means Chick Days, planting your garden, and college basketball. Just like in basketball, every team needs its MVP. When it comes to team members who go above and beyond, Tractor Supply has the winning lineup. Our home team at Tractor Supply is excited to support your hometown. We're proud to be part of the excitement of college basketball tournament season, and our home team looks forward to serving your hometown. Because every day is game day at Tractor Supply.
This is the time of year to enjoy life. Stop letting that pain in your joints keep you from doing what you want to do this spring. Call QC Kinetics now. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. I'm talking lasting joint pain relief with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. It's a fact. QC Kinetics is literally transforming lives. Their advanced treatments harness your own body's ability to restore and repair damaged joint tissue. Pro athletes have been doing this for decades, but now this life-changing treatment is available for you, so you can walk and run and climb stairs and play golf and move again pain-free. No pain pills, no risky surgery. This is an all-natural solution. QC Kinetics has tens of thousands of satisfied patients who have reclaimed their mobility. Take action now and live your best life this spring and summer. It's a great use of your tax refund check, by the way. Call QC Kinetics for a free consultation. Phone 828-333-9517. 828-333-9517. That's 828-333-9517 in Asheville and in Greenville.
You might not know this, but the Ingalls Bakery is actually a bakery. As in, we bake things, really delicious things. Things like crusty breads just waiting for that scrumptious strawberry jam. Apple fritters to pair perfectly with that morning cup of coffee. Cakes for any occasion, customized to your precise standards. And did we mention the cookies? It's all in the bag. Ingalls, low prices, love the savings.
We're back, countdown to kickoff. Let's look at today's 3 keys to premium pre-gaming with Beast Unleashed, presented by Monster Brewing. Number 1, beat the heat.
Unleash the beast with bold, familiar flavors, 0 caffeine, and 0 sugar.
Number 2, running the option.
There's 4 to choose from. White haze, each perfect, scary berries, and my personal favorite, mean green.
And number 3, at 6% ABV, Max Protect.
Always drink responsibly, and you must be 21 or older.
Beast Unleashed, available at your local retailer.
If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate in the mountains, you need to call the agents at Clarissa Sells WNC, brokered by eXp Realty. Check us out online at clarissasellswnc.com. Download our free app on Google Play or the App Store. Type in Asheville Home Search. You'll be able to connect with our team and see all the available homes for sale in our area. For more information, contact us today at 828-774-6343 or clarissasellswnc@gmail.com.
Hey, Jeremy, you know what time it is? It's time to talk about the best thing that's happened to the state of North Carolina, well, probably since its inception. I might be going overboard on that.
I mean, we had planes and all kinds of other stuff, so it'd have to be pretty good for it to be that good.
Well, DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of NASCAR, is now live in North Carolina, and now you can legally bet on all your favorite sports anytime, anywhere, right here in North Carolina with DraftKings. For a limited time, new customers who sign up with the promo code WPEK and bet $5 will receive $250 instantly in bonus bets. They have all of the best features, same-game parlays, player props. I was playing with progressive props last night, which is if you don't hit all legs, you can still get paid if you hit 6 of the 7 legs. They basically just handing out free money sometimes at DraftKings. Today, NC State and Louisville, you put a $25 wager on that baby, they'll double your money.
As soon as somebody scores a point.
As soon as somebody scores. It's that easy to win with DraftKings, and it's safe, secure, reliable, fast, and easy payouts right at your fingertips. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now using the code WPEK and bet $5 to get $250 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code WPEK. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus, North Carolina only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. Deposit and eligibility restrictions apply. Terms at DraftKings.com/sportsbook/NC. NASCAR is not a sponsor of this promotion and used under license.
This is your Exogen Temporal Scanner weather forecast on ESPN Asheville.
A chilly start with lows this morning that were down into the low to mid 30s. The average low was 36. Now the average high is 58. How about this? 68 or close to it, and sunny this afternoon. It just sounds better to say 10 degrees above average, so it looks like it's going to be a nice warm sunny day. I hope you can enjoy that. Tonight, some clouds, still chilly down into the upper 30s. Wednesday, sun 70. Thursday, sunshine, upper 70s. Chance of showers Friday. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Staging.
Woody and Wilcox.
All the holidays are pet holidays now.
Is that what
Get ready for Cinco de Mayo.
You and your dog doing shots together.
Right. So hard to teach your dog to suck the lime.
Weekday mornings starting at 6 on Asheville's Real Rock. Rock 105.1.
Hi, can I get a scratch off?
Whoa, time out.
Who are you?
I'm your Play Smarts champ. I'm here to help you make informed decisions before you play the lottery. Do you know how the odds work?
Not really.
Well, every scratch off has the odds of winning printed on the back. And the odds shows how many winners there are overall in the game, but not where we'll find them.
So buying tickets in a row doesn't guarantee that one of them will be a winner.
That's right, Chief. Winning is random.
Got it, Coach.
When you play the lottery, play smart. Must be 18 to play. Problem Gambling Helpline 877-718-5543.
63 Americans a day die by gun suicide. By storing our guns safely, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo, we can give our loved ones a second chance at life. Learn more at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
Showtime Sports and Mountain Graphics have teamed up under new ownership by an Asheville native to better serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Showtime Sports and Mountain Graphics can customize whatever you, your team, business, or local group may need through high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving right here in Asheville. Free personal delivery with your local group may need. Reduced delivery fee anywhere in Western North Carolina. Visit ShowtimeSportsAVL.com and MountainGraphicsAVL.com. Your one-stop custom apparel shops.
From the Ingalls Studios, this is ESPN Asheville, WPEK, W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, and iHeart Radio Station.
The Sportsocracy.
It fires me up, man. I love. Say it one more time.
The Sportsocracy.
Get back!
Beer City's best sports talk.
It is gross.
Just earlier.
They are mature. Actually, just have to get to know them better.
Your lunchtime dose of dumbassery. Live from the Ingalls Studio.
It is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. The Sportsocracy is heard everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. We are seen everywhere on YouTube. Go to thesportsocracy.com. Click that live video link. Subscribe to the channel. Join us in the chat. Get your thoughts in on today's daily draft. It's best free agent signings of this pre-free agent period. Nothing can get done officially until Wednesday. We know where all these guys are going. The deals have been reached. The deals have been announced. And what are your favorite ones of the offseason so far? Jeremy, you've got first pick here. So are you going Bryce Huff?
No. I mean, trust me, he's on my list. So if you want him, you might want
to take him.
You might want to do that reasonably quickly. For me, there have been a good number of good signings.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite ones, though, and I know not a lot of people didn't talk about this deal, and you're probably not going to hear about this anywhere. My favorite one of the period is Azeez Al-Shahir signing with the Houston Texans.
When I saw that name come across, I went, that's one that Jeremy's really going to like. I know you love that kid.
I love him. I don't just like him. I love him, and it should tell you who was his coordinator with the San Francisco 49ers before he escaped to go to Tennessee for 1 year on a prove-it deal. That would be Mr. DeMeco Ryans.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to go into that Houston defense and be an absolute dog. By the way, that might be the fastest linebacker core in the history of the league. If they kept Blake Cashman, it would have been.
Mm-hmm.
with him, Harris, and Cashman, no doubt. That's just flying all over the football. But that was, of all the deals yesterday, that's the one that I just went 10,000-foot view. That's my dude.
Mm-hmm.
Then I saw the number, and even more so, because I thought it was going to be higher than that.
All right, my first pick. I mean, I'll take the layup here and go Kirk, because that was my favorite deal.
I get it.
Number 2, you just put yourself in a position to win. You had to make the all-in move, or you felt you had to make the all-in move. Arthur Blank's not going to be around forever. He wants to win now. He knows he's got good pieces, and I'm sure he sat down with the GM and said, go find me a quarterback, and I don't care what you have to do to get him. And they made the sweetheart offer to Kirk Cousins, and now everybody's linking to this report that Kirk Cousins spent time in the offseason in Atlanta because that's where his wife's family's from. Okay, what about that doesn't make sense?
Oh no,
and
it makes perfect sense.
Did you see the quarterback series? What part of I've got family in the area do you not think would appeal to Kirk Cousins?
Oh, no doubt.
Right. So they've got the support there. They're comfortable there. It makes sense. He's playing in a dome. He fits into the offense. All of the things made sense. And the Atlanta Falcons should scare everyone in the NFC. I would probably say not named the San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles. I still feel like they're the top of the league.
I don't know if it's that good. I feel awkwardly sure that they're going to win that division.
And the Lions. Let me throw the Lions in there.
And say I don't put them – I think they're behind
they
all
are.
3 of the teams you just said.
They are, but they're the 4.
I don't know. I think I'd still have the Cowboys ahead of them.
Oh, okay.
We have breaking news.
I love breaking news.
And this is going to be real sad news for some fans. Real sad news for one fan base.
All right, so slow motion breaking news, Dan.
Who's gonna break the news? Who's gonna break the news? Who's gonna break the news? Who's gonna break the news?
Oh.
You said that in such a way it didn't make me want to dance.
Okay,
like, this is going to be sad news.
Okay,
I don't want sad news.
Okay, so sad puppies every time we tell news, and maybe I'll just stop doing it altogether. Ravens free agent linebacker Patrick Queen plans to sign a 3-year, $41 million deal with the Pittsburgh Steelers. This happens so often that guys leave division rivals and go.
Mm-hmm.
Does that not feel like a really big overpay? Because it kind of does. To
Say
me.
it again.
Patrick Queen, 3 years, $41 million with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
It does
That feels like an overpay.
Feels like a bit of an overpay.
I mean, because he was fine with Roquan Smith. They don't have Roquan Smith. I mean, I get that you need a middle linebacker.
They have TJ Watt.
It's a completely different. Roquan's a guy that plays in space and can allow Patrick Queen to do what he does so well. TJ Watt rushes a passer. Now Patrick Queen's going to be asked to do what Roquan did, and, I think I saw him do that one time, and it didn't go so hot, which is why they gave $1 billion to Roquan.
Mm-hmm.
And that's only half of the breaking news.
Okay.
Who's gonna break the news? Who's gonna break the news? Who's gonna break the news? Who's gonna break the news?
Oh, that felt better.
So help me God if I ever figure out where that damn button is. I will set that thing on fire. I'll set the computer on fire. Just that button. The New York Football Giants have a new quarterback in the Derby to be the starter.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the name I could say right here that would give you the least warm and fuzzy feeling? Tim Raymond in the YouTube chat has already. Don't look.
I'm not. I started to, and then you said don't. Okay. Mason Rudolph.
Worse.
Worse than that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll give you a hint. He is also a doughy kid that people believed in one time, and I never understood why.
A doughy kid.
He's a little doughy. He's not the bastion of athleticism, if that tells you anything. He's also got a real goofy haircut, from what I remember.
Not coming to my mind.
Drew Lock.
Ah, yes. Drew Lock.
Drew Lock.
Is
and
that
Daniel
worse
Jones.
than Mason Rudolph?
Yes.
Okay.
Mason Rudolph at least won games that one time.
Not because of him.
Yeah, I didn't say it was because of him.
Okay.
I said he was in there, and they won games.
They did. Very Tim Tebow-y of him.
What's that? The Midas touch? That's where everything you touch turns to gold.
Mm-hmm.
He has the
fecal touch.
Bingo. Everything he touches turns to poop.
It's like Mr. Hanky. Appreciate that. All right, are we done with the breaking news?
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, Tim Raymond. Taste and pace. We're thinking about you, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess that takes Justin Fields off the board, right? For the Giants, we're all sewn up.
No, now I want them to bring in Justin Fields and have like Thunderdome to decide who starts every week. We'll have a reality show. If it's anything athletic, Justin Fields wins. You don't have to run it. Just he won.
All right. Second favorite free agent signing.
Now this can be a least favorite too, because you got to come up with 3 good ones and 3 bad ones.
Ah, okay. Well,
this is kind of like stock up, stock down.
Okay. All right.
And trust me, I got plenty of bad ones. One of them for me starts with a Y and ends in Utur Gross Matos.
That was a bad one. $9 million a year. What kind of crimes is that guy smoking? You said it earlier, so I'm going with it because it does fulfill a prophecy that I once tried to push on this here program and many other programs, that the Washington Commanders had a complete running back who was really good at football. I tried to tell you for years that Antonio Gibson was that. I tried to hope for the last 2 years that he was that, knowing full well that he was not going to be able to become that. Despite the fact that he is 29 years old, I still believe in Austin Eckler. I still believe in the athleticism and the hands and all of the things. I'm hoping that he has now found a spot where he can be a star again. Because I feel like he lost some of his luster the last couple of years.
Oh, you're going Austin Eckler?
So I'm going Austin Eckler to the Washington Commanders.
Okay. All right, I'm going to cheat because I do a good job of that. So I'll say the nice one first. And for me, somebody said, I think it was Bill Belichick said, shocker, Jeremy's little boyfriend was his first pick. Well, guess what, my friend, my Patriot-loving friend, my other little boyfriend is going to be my second pick because Frankie Louvu to the Washington Commanders is my second best signing.
Okay.
When I saw 3 years, $36 million, I was confounded at that. You realize he was the best player on that defense. Better than Brian Burns, better than J.C. Horn. He was the best player on that defense. And he fills a need that Washington has had, I think, since John F. Kennedy was president of this country. I don't think they've had a good linebacker other than London Fletcher in my lifetime. Now, they've signed a bunch of them, but for whatever reason, they come to Washington and then they turn into a poop sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe you have to worry about that with Mr. Louvu. That wasn't the cheating. The cheating is I'm going to take a whole group of mediocre tight ends that are getting entirely too much money, and I don't know why. Will Dissly with the Los Angeles Chargers. You know what? I'm sure that takes them out of the Brock Bowers sweepstake because Will Dissly, he sucked. 3 years, $14 million. Can somebody please explain to me what Will Dissly has on who that makes people think he's good at football?
I mean,
because he is not at all.
Yeah, I mean, is he like the greatest blocker of all time?
No. As a matter of fact, I could make the argument he's not even a good one. But wait, that ain't the only one. Charlie Werner. You remember that feller?
Love that dude.
I'm sure you did.
He's a gamer.
Gamer.
Dog.
Got that dog in him. Yeah, the Atlanta Falcons signed him. Have you seen the deal?
Bring him back home.
Have you seen what they gave him?
If it was lower than $20 million, they did it wrong.
That is the stupidest thing you've ever said. I mean, for you, that is bad. 3 years, $12 million.
Holy smoke.
For a player that I think has roughly 8 more catches than I do in the NFL.
$4 million a year.
Awful.
Interesting.
He's worth about $4 a year.
Mm-hmm.
But not to be outshined. The worst of the worstest. Colby Parkinson. 3 years, $22.5 million. Anybody?
Excuse me.
Does it excuse me, sir? You do realize that Colby Parkinson is Colby Parkinson, right? Because he is not good at football. I saw that deal and audibly laughed out loud. I actually, out of my mouth hole, made laughing noises when I saw that number. And the only thing I could think was, did they not know who Colby Parkinson is? Well, then I went down the rabbit hole of, well, who are they falling for? Because Disley signed with the Chargers. Noah Fant re-signed in Seattle. Who could you possibly have thought that was? How did Seattle tight ends who were awful keep getting so much money?
I have no idea.
Are tight ends for the Seattle Seahawks like loser grunge guitar players? They have long hair and they look deep and morose. And it means that women want to sleep with them more? That's the only excuse I have.
Doesn't make any sense.
Oh, he's deep and he really understands me. No, he's a tool with a bass guitar. There's a difference.
Colby Parkinson for 3 years, $22.5 million. I'd rather have Colby Fleener for $12 and a bag of Skittles.
I'd rather have Kobe Calais to sing the national anthem for $22.5 million. That was off the top of my head.
That was good for you.
Let's go. I know stuff. I learned a book one time.
It's time to take a break here in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville.
I had another one that was way worse, but I could not say it on this here program.
92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400, the Daily Draft. Best and worst free agency moves so far in the NFL. We will continue up next.
eBay Motors is here for the ride with the parts you need for the prices you want. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, it's guaranteed to fit your ride the first time, every time, or your money back. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Doug Gottlieb here. March is here. That means Chick Days, planting your garden, and college basketball. Just like in basketball, every team needs its MVP. When it comes to team members who go above and beyond, Tractor Supply has the winning lineup. Our home team at Tractor Supply is excited to support your hometown. We're proud to be part of the excitement of college basketball tournament season, and our home team looks forward to serving your hometown. Because every day is game day at Tractor Supply.
This is the time of year to enjoy life. Stop letting that pain in your joints keep you from doing what you want to do this spring. Call QC Kinetics now. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. I'm talking lasting joint pain relief with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. It's a fact. QC Kinetics is literally transforming lives. Their advanced treatments harness your own body's ability to restore and repair damaged joint tissue. Pro athletes have been doing this for decades, but now this life-changing treatment is available for you, so you can walk and run and climb stairs and play golf and move again pain-free. No pain pills, no risky surgery. This is an all-natural solution. QC Kinetics has tens of thousands of satisfied patients who have reclaimed their mobility. Take action now and live your best life this spring and summer. It's a great use of your tax refund check, by the way. Call QC Kinetics for a free consultation. Phone 828-333-9517. 828-333-9517. That's 828-333-9517 in Asheville and in Greenville.
This election year, there are so many issues that divide us.
Which candidate will wind up with the task of trying to unite us?
Join us as the future unfolds on News Radio 570 WWNC.
Western North Carolina's election station.
Showtime Sports and Mountain Graphics have teamed up under new ownership by an Asheville native to better serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Showtime Sports and Mountain Graphics can customize whatever you, your team, business, or local group may need through high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving right here in Asheville. Free personal delivery within Buncombe County and a reduced delivery fee anywhere in Western North Carolina. Visit ShowtimeSportsAVL.com and MountainGraphicsAVL.com. Your one-stop custom apparel shops.
If cleanliness is next to godliness, look around the car right now. Is that very godly? Look, life comes at you fast, but so does WBNC Auto Detailing. They have the tools to make your interior look like it's coming off the showroom floor. You don't believe me? Check them out on Instagram. All that filth and years of stains disappear. WBNC Auto Detailing does full interior and exterior details with paint correction, and they do wax and ceramic coatings. Call WBNC Auto Detailing at 455-3700. Premium care with a Southern hospitality touch.
It's the moment we dream of. The moment we work for, train for, run wind sprints when nobody's watching for. The moment when hours of gym time, court time, prep time, all culminate into this time. The moment when millions of bounces, blocks, and boards all add up to this, your moment. Higgins, we're with you every step of the way.
The Sportsocracy.
We're just dumping a bag of hammers.
I was just waiting for the bass to drop on that.
I was like, is this somebody's mixtape that they gave you?
You just gotta. Sometimes you gotta wait for the bass to drop. Turn them speakers up. Like
And
the
that-
EQ.
and-
let them speakers hum.
Yep, and Tank just broke that phrase. Let the bass drop. You will never hear that in another rap song ever again. 'Cause once it has come out of that mouth, that phrase is done for life.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy. It is time for the Daily Draft. Well, we continue the Daily Draft here. Best and worst free agent signings of the window here. Window just opened yesterday, and we've had to just kind of, like I say, drinking from a fire hose with all of the announcements.
Before that, we do have a super chat and an announcement. Patrick Holt with a super chat said another trip around the sun with the Sportsocracy. Thanks, gents.
Yes.
Happy birthday to Patrick Holt. I think I've forgotten this every year that Pat's birthday and mine are like right beside each other. Because his is today and mine is Saturday. And now Amy's playing the fun game of I'm not going to tell you what it is we're doing for your birthday, which sweet.
You know it's going to be awesome. She never lets you down.
No, she doesn't. That's the reason I just go, okay.
Rolling right along.
You'll probably put me in a car, and next thing I know, I'm doing crimes with like Rob Gronkowski, some of my favoriteest people.
I just love that there are people on this planet that still celebrate birthdays. It's just
you don't.
It's another day.
That's my day, bro.
Another year older, deeper in debt.
Maybe you should stop getting deeper in debt. You should make more money. That's
Well, I'm trying to. Okay.
It's kind of like fantasy football. You should draft better.
You should do better.
You should draft better because your teams are bad.
You just make more money. Why don't you just do that? Why don't you just choose not to be poor? I feel like that's a bad angle to take with somebody, but okay. I mean, sure.
That's the way I work.
All right, I'm going to do it. It's my turn in the daily draft here. So Jeremy opened up with Azeez Al-Shahir, who he absolutely loves.
Love that dude.
That guy's going to Houston to reunite with D'Amico Ryans and will be a terror for that defense. I took Kirk Cousins. I still believe that's the best move. Atlanta knocking it out of the park, getting the quarterback, the last missing piece that they need to have a terrifying offense. Then I went with Austin Eckler, going to the Washington Commanders. Jeremy goes with the Commanders acquisition, but Frankie Louvu was his. I considered taking Frankie right before you did, because that's the one, and maybe this is just because we're so connected with the Carolina Panthers and Carolina Panthers fans. Every Panther fan screamed no when that happened.
That's all it took.
Because he's a glue guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's a glue guy. He is just he's one of those Guys that just kind of makes things work, and he's easy to pull for. A very good football player, and I knew that was going to be a successful signing as soon as everybody went, oh no. Then you went with all the mid tight ends. I'm going to go one more stock up, which will get all my stock downs or worst signings at the end of the draft here, because I thought the Dalton Schultz re-signing in Houston was big. I don't know how competitive the market was for him.
It would have been pretty significant.
But I thought that he was just the best piece that you could ask for C.J. Stroud. It's clear they had a great connection between the two of them. And to make sure that guy stayed in the building was another coup for Nick Caserio.
Was it a young white coup?
Not bad. Not bad. So I'll go Dalton Schultz as a stock up, and then you knew I was going to do this at some point. It's Baker freaking Mayfield. It's too much money. Okay, Baker Mayfield, you have said he's not even worth $8 million, which is not true.
He's worth 8 now. I mean, with incentives. Let's not go.
No,
you want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
You got to go by the market, what guys are getting. And I felt like $25-26 million would have been a great place to be with Baker Mayfield.
I do not have to go by the market. I do not have to go by what guys are getting. How do I say this nicely? Sometimes I look around Asheville real estate and go, you paid how much for a 2-bedroom, 1-bath? No matter how many times you do that, it's not going to make me want to do it more.
Mm-hmm. But we overpaid by at least $10 million of a number that I would be comfortable with.
Per year.
I don't see, yes, per year. Per year, you paid $10 million more than I would be comfortable giving him. It's just another sign of a franchise that has a GM and a head coach that are just trying to grasp onto what they have. Maybe we can build on this. Should you, though? Is that the best path for the franchise moving forward? And now you've ended up with, great. So you brought back a 9-8 team. Woo! Atlanta just got better.
Yep.
And that's really all I got.
And
because
Carolina's
that's the only
better.
other team that you were competitive with.
And Carolina's better.
Yeah.
They're better.
Than the Bucks?
They're better than they were.
Okay.
Which is what you said.
Yeah. But, I mean, yeah, the Carolina Panthers are better. Okay. But it doesn't. But they don't threaten. The only team that you were competitive with for a playoff spot was the team that's coming out of that franchise or coming out of that division. And now, to me, it's head, knees, toes, the Atlanta Falcons over everybody else. Now you're not competitive, and now you're overpaying a wide receiver and a quarterback at the same time.
So
I hate it.
Your Bucks have now become the shiny face. Okay, I don't have a term for this.
The shiny face.
I call this Jennifer Coolidging, where you have stretched the skin on the face so far that it shines so brightly that it can be seen from miles away.
Oh, you mean like that mask that the president was wearing at the State of the Union? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're still not going to convince me that's his actual face.
Yeah, that's because somebody had their hand in his keister like Jeff Dunham. Yeah, you stretched that face so far that it is now shinier than mine on the YouTube stream.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that.
But is it redder than mine? Is the question.
No, you're very red. You're hard to light up. And
It
you
looks
just
pink on my screen.
Well, you are a pink. Okay, it's just that's your face. Okay, you want it to look better on the screen? Do something about your damn face.
Yeah.
I can't do anything but put it on the screen and represent it as what it is. Maybe you need to get that Joe Biden mask, and
Maybe
that will
so.
look better. I
Maybe
don't
so.
know.
I need to start wearing some makeup or something.
No
Jeez.
doubt.
Wow.
You do kind of look like you represent the Lollipop Guild.
Y'all look like Brother Love, and that's...
I love you. Oh, my God, you do it. Now I'm never going to change it. I was going to fix it until you said that, and now I want to put you in a white
Great.
suit and have you Yep.
Look
all
like
that.
John Candy in Summer Vacation or Summer Rental.
You kind of look like John Candy when you just wake up in the morning. But that's on your face. Again, that's not on me. My next one, and this is going to sound like I'm being a homer, but I really do believe this. It's Robert Hunt to the Carolina Panthers.
Oh.
Did they pay him a lot of money? Yeah. He's also worth it. And here's the part of that nobody seems to want to be talking about. He was playing in a system in Miami that I can't tell you he was 100% earmarked for. I can tell you, having watched what Dave Canales did with the Bucs, I think him, and I don't love Damian Lewis as much. I'll just be honest about that. Those two with Aquanu, if he can be what he was towards the end of the year or after that absolutely god-awful start of his rookie year, you might actually have something on the line. I love Robert Hunt. I think he's one of the 5 best guards in the league, and I always have. And in Carolina, it's hard to get free agents. So if you had to overpay a little bit, okay. You had to, because you had to improve that line. Because without that, you set the number 1 pick on fire, and the franchise was going to be set back 5 solid years. So you did what you had to do.
Mm-hmm.
And now would be a time, that's a player coming into the Panthers. Now I will give the player that is leaving them, and it is the player whose name starts with a Y and ends in Yetur Gross-Matos. $18 million for Yetur Gross-Matos is possibly one of the most insane things I've ever seen. We have covered that team since he came into this league. I have never one time gone, what a great play by Yetur Gross-Matos. Now, I have often gone, man, I thought he was going to be good, and he just absolutely sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I do that a lot. And somehow to San Francisco, that was, hey, let's pay him $9 million a year. Oh, and by the way, San Francisco did not sign Danielle Hunter. It looked like it was trending that way, and then talks apparently broke off.
Okay.
So he's still out there
Still
to be
out on the
had.
market. Okay. All right, so you're going stock up for Robert Hunt, stock down for Yetur Gross-Matos. It's my turn again, and I'm going to go with another former Carolina Panther. Because, I mean, I get it was a trade, but this still counts since they gave him a contract, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's Spider. Okay. Spider Burns. I'm Seacrest out. Like, I've been a fan, love watching the guy. You know, maybe he did get a raw deal in Carolina. There's no doubt some special talent inside of him. Maybe he can be the star for the New York Giants. But here's the problem. He was supposed to be the star for the Carolina Panthers. He's supposed to be the pass rush threat for the Carolina Panthers. I never really saw that. I mean, he had what, 1 double-digit sack season?
He's good. He's not $30 million.
And now he's the second highest paid defensive end in the history of the NFL.
Which is insane.
You gave him way too much money, and you are going to regret it. Because when he comes out this season and has 9.5 sacks, you're going to go, why the hell did we give him that money?
And that's with Kayvon Thibodeau.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you literally are looking at this team like this should be Strahan, Justin Tuck.
I mean, it's good.
And it's not going to.
Look, the marketing and the media team, and it's going to be great having Spider Burns in New York. And it'll look cool on the graphics. It'll look cool on the scoreboard when you have all of the animations of him swinging over buildings in the Big Apple. But that's the best thing I think you're going to get out of this.
I also
it looks cool.
I hate that nickname so much.
Why?
Spider. My name's Spider. I ride with a motorcycle gang. I have this sweet leather jacket that I wear everywhere, and it has no sleeves.
You're also not a superhero guy, so.
I have a Batman.
I guess
tattoo.
a Marvel guy. I guess I should
okay.
say that. You're not a Marvel guy.
Correct.
So the Spider-Man thing doesn't mean anything to you.
The best Marvel character was Deadpool, and that's only because of Ryan.
You're not wrong. The comic books were good, too, though. I know you didn't read them. I'm just saying they were every bit as good as the movie.
Undrafted free agent?
I got to go with another stock down here because I've already gone 3 up. So, I don't know that there was really I'm going Hunter Henry.
Yeah.
What are you seeing
The New
in
England
Hunter
Patriots.
Henry to keep paying him like this? 3 years, $27 million.
I just love that New England has committed over $70 million to their offense. And what they got for that was exactly what they went into last year with, plus Antonio Gibson.
Didn't he get 40 from them just a couple of years ago?
Yeah. 42 and a half.
Is that worth $70 million, what you've gotten out of Hunter Henry for the last 5 years?
What is no, Bob?
Okay. Just want to clear that up. Yeah, that definitely is belonging on the list here.
My final one is John Runyon for 3 years, $30 million to the New York Giants. I get that you needed another offensive lineman. I 100% understand that. I don't really know why you needed it to be that one, but apparently if you didn't sign him, then somebody's hostage was not going to be returned safely. So you had to just give him $30 million. We know he'll take it. He'll be dumbfounded when he sees it. And no, we're not signing him for the rest of his life. It's just 3 years. I think they actually think that this is John Runyon that played like his dad.
Yeah.
That somehow he got into a time machine and we got the good one instead of this one, who he's not so good.
You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. What were your favorite, your worst free agent acquisitions of the period so far? Hit us up in the YouTube comments.
But, those are the free agent signings that are not good. You know what is good? The fact that you can take out your mobile device right now, you can just hit a couple buttons. Next thing you know, you're wagering sports.
Yes.
Because DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of NASCAR, is live in the Tar Heel State. You are now able to bet on all your favorite sports anywhere in the Tar Heel State from your phone with DraftKings. For a limited time, new customers who sign up with my code, JGBets, and bet $5 will receive $250 instantly in bonus bets. Whether you prefer playing player props, same game parlays, or you just want to play your gut feeling on the money line or in the over-under, you can do it all with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now using my code JGBets and bet $5 to get $250 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code JGBets. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus, North Carolina only, new customers only, subject to regulatory licensing requirements. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. Deposit, wagering, and eligibility restrictions apply. Terms at DraftKings.com/sportsbook/NC.
This is your Exergen Temporal Scanner weather forecast on ESPN Asheville.
A chilly start with lows this morning that were down into the low to mid 30s. The average low was 36 now. The average high is 58. How about this? 68 or close to it. It's sunny this afternoon. It just sounds better to say 10 degrees above average. So it looks like it's going to be a nice, warm, sunny day. I hope you can enjoy that. Tonight, some clouds, still chilly down into the upper 30s. Wednesday, sun 70. Thursday, sunshine, upper 70s. Jet showers Friday. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by Silk. Feel plenty good. Shop wherever you find groceries. Feel plenty good by incorporating Silk into your morning routine. Silk's delicious plant-based beverages help bring a daily dose of goodness. They are rich in calcium and a good source of vitamins A and D to support the health of you and your family. Shop wherever you find groceries.
Don't let allergies keep you down. Call the pros at Zero Res Air Duct Cleaning to remove the dust from your home. Mention ESPN Asheville to get $30 off your next air duct cleaning. Use code AIR30 when scheduling online at ZeroResAsheville.com.
I think it's just vapor. Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
One vape pod has as much nicotine as one pack of cigarettes. Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
This is CEOs You Should Know, a short conversation with local business leaders around Western North Carolina. This month, we sit down with Sandstone Health and Rehabilitation in North Carolina CEO Jennifer Robinson. And as far as staying active in the community, I know Sandstone has their name tied to a lot of charitable causes all around North Carolina, but I know you guys, you also stay very active in the communities that you're in.
We do. We find it's very important that we give back to the
to the communities that we do business in, the communities where the people live that we serve. We find that camaraderie with the community just improves our ability with staff for staff recruitment. It improves the quality of life for residents as well.
Jennifer, thanks so much for your time today. To learn more about Sandstone Health and Rehabilitation in North Carolina, visit them online at sandstonehealth.com. And to hear more of our conversation with CEO Jennifer Robinson, just visit our station's website and visit the audio archives. This is CEOs You Should Know.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you right now, like Alternative Rewind, where all rock began. Just search Alternative Rewind and listen now on your free iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
You might not know this, but the Ingalls Bakery is actually a bakery. As in, we bake things. Really delicious things. Things like crusty breads just waiting for that scrumptious strawberry jam. Apple fritters to pair perfectly with that morning cup of coffee. Cakes for any occasion, customized to your precise standards. And did we mention the cookies? It's all in the bag. Ingalls, low prices, love the savings.
If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate in the mountains, you need to call the agents at Clarissa Sells WNC, brokered by eXp Realty. Check us out online at clarissasellswnc.com. And did I mention that Clarissa Sells WNC loves teachers? We love teachers so much, we're giving back 25% of our commission at closing. For more information, contact us today at 828-774-6343 or clarissasellswnc@gmail.com.
We are back at the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. YouTube as well. It's time for the most important message of the day, Jeremy Greene.
Don't do crimes.
Don't do crimes. What kind of weirdness did you find today?
My story is about Clinton Warrington. He's a 33-year-old man, and apparently he is a huge fan of gentlemen's clubs.
Ah.
He went to Las Vegas, apparently on a trip of some kind. And according to the story, spent 3 or 4 days at the Spearmint Rhino. Okay.
Spearmint Rhino?
You've never heard of this?
No.
You should, not on that computer, because you'll get super fired, and I'll be doing the show with somebody else tomorrow. The Spearmint Rhino is it's a very well known place that one could see a bosom, if that's what they so chose to do. And in terms of the talent to which you could see in that particular establishment, it's a little higher than what you're used to. I'll say that. So, Mr. Warrington spends 3 or 4 days, which I could only sit here and think, how much did that cost? Like, what was the tab on that one? And what did it show up on your credit card slip under Myrtle Beach Golf? Well, officers showed up to the Spearmint Rhino because apparently he had been there almost nonstop for 4 days. Officers came in and they took him outside and they told him that he needed to move along, at which time Mr. Warrington told them that he was going to kill them. He also declared that he was a sniper and had training on how to kill and disarm a person. Now, I don't know if you know this, but snipers and people that are really good and classically trained through things like the Special Forces, they absolutely love telling you that. Said no one ever. If anybody goes, I was Special Forces, no, you probably weren't. Because if you were, you would have just shown me. You wouldn't tell me. Kind of like a magic trick. I can make the Statue of Liberty disappear. Or you make it disappear. Kind of difference between the two. He was arrested and then made claims about overthrowing the government and said he was going to train everyone in the jail to kill the cops that arrested him. This feller he did Vegas too much. Okay, 3 days. You fly in on Thursday, you fly out on Sunday. That's Vegas. Get up into that triple-digit hour time. You start talking about overthrowing the government like Mr. Warrington did. Now, if you're somebody like me, it's 2.5 days because I come in talking about overthrowing the government. Anyway, hashtag birds aren't real.
Okay. All right. Jeremy, you're a very convincing kind of a guy.
I can't.
You've worked in sales for years.
You've seen my wife, and you've seen me.
Coffee's for closers.
I take mine with 2 crepes. How about you go get me one of them?
There's a story I was just reading here out of Mission, Texas, about a guy who's facing charges because, I mean, he's been scamming people out of their money. His name is Jesus Lopez, 41 years old, and he has been caught in a web of schemes that he's been running. There was a fake jailbait incident that he was involved with.
A fake what?
That's what it says. A jailbait incident, not that kind of jailbait.
This is where he was
trying to convince a third party that he was going to bail her son out, and then he was taking money from her and never bailed the kid out.
That would be a bail incident.
So this was a jail bait incident, as
bait
they've written on the website
is
here.
What certain nefarious teachers have got.
That's what I thought when I read it, and then I went, oh no. The one that really caught my eye here, other than the mislabeled headline, was the Burger King divorce incident, where on October 14th and 15th of 2023, a person seeking a divorce lawyer met with Mr. Lopez at a Burger King.
Red flag. I got a red flag on the plane. I would like to challenge this.
They were meeting at a Burger King where Lopez told the person that he worked at a local law firm. I work at a local law firm, and all you need to do is just give me $500, and I will initiate the divorce proceedings for you.
But first, I got to get after this fish sandwich.
Yes. I mean, the food is so good at the Mission, Texas Burger King that they had to meet on back-to-back days because he said the 14th and the 15th. So 2 days in a row, you met up at the Burger King with this paralegal. Why?
Well, here's the thing, bro. Have you not seen that Whopper Jr. deal? They got 6 different kinds. I got to mix and match.
Then if that wasn't enough, after getting $500 to start the proceedings, they decided to meet up again the next day. Where did they meet?
Oh, God. It has to be worse than Burger King. The Treasure Club.
Could it be worse than the Burger King, or could it be the exact same Burger King that you met the guy at 2 days before? And at this time, he asked you for $2,500 to continue with the divorce proceedings.
Is there a worse place to meet somebody than at the Burger King? I mean, not that there's anything wrong with Burger King. It's just... I met my lawyer at Burger King.
Right. Something about that just doesn't sound right. There was another incident where they met up once again. It doesn't say that they met at the same Burger King again, but they met up one other time where the guy got an extra $2,500 and then later requested another $800 for the victim. And then guess what? No services rendered. Who's shocked that meeting a paralegal at a Burger King is probably, and a paralegal that says, I'm going to need you to meet me at the same Burger King 3 days in a row.
Gambit fan got it right. Long John Silver's. You tell me you want to meet the Long John Silver's, I'm finding another friggin' attorney. Okay? Because, A, the fact that you'll eat in that god-awful place is scary enough for me. The fact you want to meet there, John Carmen said Waffle House. I don't know. Waffle House just means you're drunk.
You can't do business at a Waffle House.
Oh, you can totally do business. Now, usually that business has to do with methamphetamine and brass knuckles, but you can do business at a Waffle House.
You went down that path.
Yeah,
there you go.
100% I did.
All right. As long as you were following me.
Okay. So worst place for your lawyer to ask you to meet, Burger King or the Spearmint Rhino?
Oh, it's Burger King. It's not
agree
close.
with you. I agree with you.
Spearmint
completely.
Rhino, I mean, that's a usual high-class business meeting, isn't it?
I met my lawyer. He had 84 $1 bills in his mouth,
Mhm.
which I didn't know what to do with.
I mean, that lawyer is going to get that. I was going to say something right there that
was going to get you fired.
Oh, it was going to be all kinds of wrong.
Look,
I'm
Tank,
just saying.
I can get by with these things.
All I know is that guy can clear me of any charges against me. If he's asking me to meet him in the swankiest strip club in town, that dude knows some people, or he is going to grease the wheels.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
To, again, I can't say what I would normally say in this scenario.
Let me just go ahead and tell you, anybody that wants to meet you at the Spearmint Rhino to do business, will not be taking a credit card or a check. You'll be paying that tab in cash, bro.
And his per hour charge is way more than $500.
No doubt. And you might be paying for security that never actually shows up because it might be one of them union jobs. Gambit fan said I was looking somewhere else. As soon as you said Burger King divorce incident, I couldn't lean in close enough. You're right, because I didn't know where that story was headed, but that's 4 words that will always pique my interest. Burger King divorce incident. I'm trying to think of a better one there. I know there's better.
The fake jailbait incident. That one.
No, that makes me just think you're doing crimes.
Oh, you're in the sportsocracy.
Oh, no, I know what it is. Kentucky Fried Wedding Chapel. Let's go. That's the one. Get a KFC and get a 12-piece and some nuptials. Let's go. 2 kinds of breast. I said it.
You're in the sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville. Jeremy's got his parlay of the night coming up next.
What? New scratch-offs are out? That means new chances to become a North Carolina Education Lottery Winners Club member.
Yeah, in the Winners Club, I'll reinvent myself. I won't go by just plain Todd. I'll go by Toddrick. I'll get a gold jacket, play my saxophone again. I'll stop and smell the flowers, call my mom more.
Oh, wrap it up, Todd.
It's Toddrick.
This month's tickets pack $370 million in total prizes. The Winners Club awaits. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning range from 1 in 2.93 to 4.24. Probability have 1-877-718-5543.
What's up? I'm John Wall.
And I'm CJ Toledano, and we're starting a new podcast presented by DraftKings called Point Game.
Hey, you know, like at camps and stuff like this, you take the ball out. You ain't getting the ball back. Like, you the last one up the court. They already did their thing. So I stopped there, and I just got into a rhythm and started hooping.
If King of the Court happened next season, who do you think would win?
I just think KD, bro. Like, there's nothing you can do with him.
Check out Point Game with John Wall and CJ Toledano on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Discover, this is Daniela.
Hi, it's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to thank you for making me feel so special. I earned cash back on debit for my dinner party groceries.
That's great, but with Discover Cashback Debit, we give everyone cash back on everyday purchases. Anything else I can help you with?
Do you like asparagus and mushroom sorbet? I've got leftovers.
Introducing Discover Cashback Debit, a checking account with cash back. It pays to Discover. Eligibility and terms at discover.com/cashback debit. Discover Bank, member FDIC.
We're back, counting down to kickoff. Let's look at today's 3 keys to premium pre-gaming with Beast Unleashed, presented by Monster Brewing. Number 1, beat the heat.
Unleash the beast with bold, familiar flavors, 0 caffeine and 0 sugar.
Number 2, running the option.
There's 4 to choose from. White Haze, Eat Perfect, Scary Berries, and my personal favorite, Mean Green.
And number 3, at 6% ABV, Max Protect.
Always drink responsibly, and you must be 21 or over.
Beast Unleashed, available at your local retailer. The best season of the year is here.
Tailgate season.
Monster Brewing presents this season's MVP,
The Beast Unleashed.
with 4 bold, familiar flavors.
With 0 caffeine and 0 sugar.
Beast Unleashed is your new pre-game ritual.
With White Haze, Mean Green, Pink Perfect, and Scary Berries, there's a flavor for every fan. The Beast Unleashed.
6% alcohol by volume. Unleashed responsibly. Must be 21 or over. Beast Unleashed, available at your local retailer.
If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate in the mountains, you need to call the agents at Clarissa Sells WNC, brokered by eXp Realty. Check us out online at clarissasellswnc.com. Download our free app on Google Play or the App Store. Type in Asheville Home Search. You'll be able to connect with our team and see all the available homes for sale in our area. For more information, contact us today at 828-774-6343 or clarissasellswnc@gmail.com.
I was so close. Bringing back this segment. If you're new, now that we have DraftKings Sportsbook as the official sportsbook of this here program, we brought back our favorite parlay segment, which is where I give you my favorite parlay of the night. And yesterday, Tank, I got greedy. I tried to leg out a 7-legger. I tried to turn a stand-up triple into a inside the park home run, and I got thrown out at home. Tonight, we're not going to do that. We're going 5 legs. 5 legs, and this one will pay more than last night's would have. I'm taking the Philadelphia 76ers plus the 6. No Joel Embiid, but I think Tyrese Maxey's going to be back tonight. And frankly, the Knicks don't score nearly easily enough. And somehow Philadelphia just keeps winning, even though they don't score. They scored 79 points the other night and won. That's hard to do.
That is.
I'll go over the 241 between the Pacers and the Oklahoma City Thunder because, well, we watched the Pacers play up close and personal. They couldn't defend a desk lamp. But by golly, they'll go fast, and the Thunder are almost as fast as they are. I'll take the Thunder in the money line in that game, Celtics in the money line over the Utah Jazz, and then my upset. I'm taking St. Mary's to knock off Gonzaga and win the West Coast Conference. Gonzaga's down. Yeah, they beat Kentucky. Kentucky's not that good. St. Mary's the better team in this conference. If you take that to DraftKings Sportsbook, you put 5 U.S. doll hairs on it. That pays at plus 1671 and will pay out $88.55. Or you could go to DraftKings Sportsbook, do what Tank's about to tell you to do, use your $25 bonus bet, and then it'll pay 5 times that.
Mm-hmm.
Like Brian Hall did last night. Let's go.
They got all the monies at DraftKings Sportsbook, and the wait is over. It is now live in North Carolina. DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of NASCAR. Now you can legally bet on all your favorite sports anytime, anywhere, right here in North Carolina with DraftKings. And for a limited time, new customers who sign up with the promo code WPEK and bet $5 will receive $250 instantly in bonus bets. It is safe, it is secure, it is fast and easy payouts right at your fingertips. DraftKings has odds boosts and same-game parlays and all of the best features. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now using code WPEK and bet $5 to get $250 instantly in bonus bets only on DraftKings Sportsbook with the code WPEK. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus, North Carolina only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. Deposit and eligibility restrictions apply. Terms at DraftKings.com/sportsbook/NC. NASCAR is not a sponsor of this promotion and used under license. It has finally arrived, the free agency period, the wagering on the games. It's been already a busy week, and we're only 2 days into it.
It's Draftmas. It's Draftmas. It's DraftKingsmas. It's DraftKingsmas. Free Agentmas. Just all the things are happening. It's. I mean, if you're a Chicago Bear fan, you just signed Gerald Everett, which, I mean, since we were talking about bad tight end signings earlier, 2 years, $12 million. Woo.
He's still worth. Is he still? No. I was out when he got $5 million last year.
$74, Bob.
You already have Cole Kmet. Why do I need him?
I don't know, because every team needs one tight end that couldn't block a wet dish rag.
That apparently they have to overpay for.
And this for me and Rappaport. 49ers pass rusher Chase Young has added a Titans visit to his schedule. Tom Pelissero is reporting that he will also visit the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers.
Ooh. That could be interesting.
You get Chase Young at somewhat of a value. I mean, it's not going to come cheap. But you get him at a value, especially by comparison to what you would have paid Brian Burns, and you get the second-round pick, that makes me feel a little better about that.
And the value it would be at what? 15?
Okay. That was the number I had in my head.
Mm-hmm. That's what I've thought. That's what I've thought it's going to be all along because he's so young and so talented. The potential is still there. He's not getting 20 plus. But he's definitely going to get.
The injuries are a big red flag, but I would like him with any of those, frankly. That also tells me just those 3 teams tells me that he's after bag. Now you got 3 teams that are picking the top 14 in the draft. It should tell you that winning may not necessarily be his number 1 priority, which is fine. He's still a young guy.
Yeah, absolutely. Get your money while you can. We'll have all the recaps of the free agency period, any more moves that happen, all of the other moves that will happen. We'll get into it tomorrow right here on ESPN Asheville.
Another day of free agency, another day of wagering on sports. It's a great time to be alive.
It is. We will catch you back here at noon.
This is your Exergen Tempo Scanner weather forecast on ESPN Asheville.
A chilly start with lows this morning that were down into the low to mid 30s. The average low was 36. Now the average high is 58. How about this? 68 or close to it, and sunny this afternoon. It just sounds better to say 10 degrees above average, so it looks like it's going to be a nice, warm, sunny day. I hope you can enjoy that. Tonight, some clouds, still chilly down into the upper 30s. Wednesday, sun 70. Thursday, sunshine, upper 70s. Chance of showers Friday. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Staging.
If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate in the mountains, you need to call the agents at Clarissa Sells WNC, brokered by eXp Realty. Check us out online at clarissasellswnc.com. Download our free app on Google Play or the App Store. Type in Asheville Home Search. You'll be able to connect with our team and see all the available homes for sale in our area. For more information, contact us today at 828-774-6343 or clarissasellswnc@gmail.com.
Hi, I'm Chad Greenway. After retiring from the NFL, I've embraced my new role coaching my kids in their youth sports. Our Youth Basketball Association made the decision to use trusted coaches to train, screen, and educate all of our basketball coaches. Visit trustedcoaches.org to learn more. I'm a trusted coach. Are you?
The Sportsocracy.
One thing that you're going to have to remember, one most important factor, is to protect your quarterback. Me.
This March, Wendy's has some amazing deals on their hamburgers made with fresh, never frozen beef.
Like a juicy Dave's single for $1 and a fresh $2 Dave's double with in-app offer.
It's such a good deal, we wrote a little ditty about it.
Get it for $1. Dave single, order in the app. Dave single, get it for $1. Choose wisely, choose Wendy's official hamburger March Madness.
Limited time offer. Participating U.S. vendors. See offer details on the Wendy's app. Account registration required. Fresh beef available in contiguous U.S. and Alaska.
From the Ingalls Studios, this is ESPN Asheville, WPEK, W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, and iHeart radio station. MXF Waynesville and
Holly Springs.
Teams can't clear. Crosby keeps it in. Cross ice for Gensel to score. And the Pens get on the board. 13-15 left here in the third period.
Change is good sometimes. You're coming to a winning team that's been close the last couple of years. They've been right there, so that's obviously exciting. And I think we all want to win, and that's the ultimate goal. So when you have a chance to win, it excites you, and that's just the main goal. So I'm just really excited for that opportunity, and a new challenge is always good. So it's gonna be fun.
It is the Adam Rhodes Show. What did I just say? I got my name wrong.
You're just excited to hear Jake.
Absolutely. It is the Adam Gold Show. I am Adam Gold. Victoria is here. Jake Gensel appears to be ready to have his maiden Hurricanes voyage today.
Hopefully he's got a Canes bag. I'm glad that you brought that up yesterday.
He said he got it. He hasn't seen it yet.
I noticed that as soon as he walked in. Wearing a Penguins bag.
Well, that's what happens.
I know.
These guys carry their equipment. And they carry their own equipment. He walked in. He had a bundle of sticks.
So I'm like, the upper body can't be too bad.
So and when goalies show up, they're still dealing with old. When Spencer Martin got here, he wasn't wearing his old
helmet.
Well, he was wearing his old helmet, but I think that he had his old Blue Jacket stuff on underneath his cane stuff. It was weird.
Layers.
It just happens, right? It takes a while to get, especially with goalies, to get everything not only fit according to your specs, but you get used to the other stuff.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a helmet, if it matches the other thing. But
yeah, it got the special paint and everything on there. I mean,
Kevin Weeks had the greatest helmet. Yeah. I mean, I think part of what his company does is make goalie helmets now. So he is an enterprising young man. But yeah, it does look like Jake Gensel will make his debut tonight. And based on the morning lines, playing with Yevgeny Kuznetsov and Martin Necas. And I'm just trying to put myself into the mind of Marty Necas. And this is no offense at all to the players he has been playing with. But 88's got to be going, I'm playing with who again?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Look forward to seeing it tonight against the New York Rangers. For those people who are aware, the Rangers have a young player named Matt Rempe. And he is goon.
Mm-hmm.
Big, mean goon.
Rempe like the Rompe.
I have no clue. I know he has a goal already. It was a game-winning goal.
Mm-hmm.
He has to be able to play a little.
Right.
I mean, he has
That's the
to.
point, right? Yes.
There is nobody in the NHL right now, unless you are one of those, like, vets who is just kind of hanging on.
Mm-hmm.
But I think everybody playing in the NHL can actually play. So I'm going to say that Matt Rempe can play.
Somewhere in there.
But even Tom Wilson watches Matt Rempe and goes, yeah, that's a little unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
So he had his second incident last night. He left his feet. He's already about 6'11".
Huge.
He's big. He's huge. He left his feet and elbowed New Jersey defenseman Jonas Siegenthaler in the jaw. And Siegenthaler went down, was out. Rempe was given a 5-minute major and a game misconduct. It was his second offense. I don't know if it was his second time he got a game misconduct, but it was his second 5-minute major, not just for fighting. I have not seen, it's possible, I have not seen whether or not he will be suspended for tonight. But I will say that if he's not,
yeah,
number 73, I think he wears, will be worth keeping an eye on simply because you got to be aware of where he is.
Yeah.
And while I am not in any way, shape, or form a fan of this type of play, because it is disrespectful to your fellow professionals, he clearly is trying to hurt.
Sure.
That type of player serves a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And it is to distract you. So one of the benefits of Tom Wilson, and by the way, along the way, we realized that Tom Wilson was a hell of a player. And the same thing I would say for Brad Marchand, but different ways. Those players who perform antics above and beyond the normal play are also there to simply take your eye off the ball.
It is. It's a distraction.
And it's hard to be aware of this and still do your thing. But the Hurricanes are going to, assuming he plays, and I don't know that that's a good assumption or not, but assuming he plays, the Hurricanes are going to have to be mindful of where that dude is. And how, you have to protect yourself. And I'm not saying you have to fight. I'm saying you have to protect yourself. So you need to know where this guy is at all times. But know this. He has one purpose on the ice.
Mm-hmm.
One purpose. And I'll talk to Rod Brindamore today before the game just to find out what his thoughts are on players like that. I'm sure Rod doesn't like it.
Sure.
But I'm also sure that he'll be diplomatic about it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got a lot of things to do because it is that day.
Yeah.
This is the day when they wheel in the AV cards.
Yes.
No, it isn't.
Okay, roll the squeakies back.
No, it isn't. So, bless the Atlantic Coast Conference, because they tweeted out yesterday a picture of the AV cart. It's almost time. And I'm like, no, you didn't do that.
It's not.
You didn't do that. We need more self-awareness at the league. What is going on? First of all, that hasn't been done in a long time, I'm sure. But even if it has, that used to be a Friday thing for ACC quarterfinal Friday. Now, at best, it's a Thursday thing for ACC quarterfinal Thursday. But nobody is jazzed for ACC Tuesday night.
Oh, they care more about the tacos on Taco Tuesday.
What are we doing? Look, it became a running joke for a long time when the league had 9 teams. 8 versus 9 was the Les Robinson Invitational. There was even, to get the stigma away, there was even, the ACC experimented with 1 versus 9 on, I guess it was Thursday, and then one would get a bye all the way to the semifinals. Interesting concept. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. But the 8-9 was dubbed the Les Robinson Invitational. Disrespectfully, but that's what it was dubbed. This is the LRI on steroids.
Yeah.
There's no buzz ever for a Tuesday night. I hate the fact that NC State is playing in it. And we'll get a report from up there. Corey Smith from Pack Pride is going to join us in a few minutes. But my gosh.
Yeah.
What's going on here? The league has to be better. By the way, we've got 3 games today. Our Notre Dame, Georgia Tech. That's at 2 o'clock. NC State, Louisville at 4:30. Come on, Wolfpack. Don't screw that up.
Please don't.
BC, Miami at 7. Notre Dame, Georgia Tech winner advances to get to Wake Forest. The winner of that game would advance to get to Pitt. By the way, speaking of Pitt, assistant coach Jason Capel will join us in a little bit more than an hour. Look forward to that. NC State Louisville winner advances to Syracuse, and at some point, somebody is going to play Duke. BC Miami winner will advance to Clemson, and the winner of that to UVA. Virginia Tech and Florida State, the 8-9 game starts tomorrow, and the winner of that game will meet North Carolina. There are your brackets in audio form. R.J. Davis received the ACC Player of the Year in a non-unanimous way.
Yeah.
Look, I've got questions. I'm not going to belabor the point. I'm not going to beat anybody up over it. 68 of 75 votes. Kyle Filipowski got 3 votes. My guess is that those votes were cast about a month and a half ago because there's no other reason.
No.
I mean, you can't actually have watched.
Who else did they vote for?
You could not have watched. Like, I'm not saying you can make arguments for other players because I don't believe you can. And in fact, the only other player I would make an argument for didn't get any votes. Hunter Salas of Wake Forest. P.J. Hall got 2 votes. He had a wonderful year. Armando Bacot got a vote. Interesting. He was a second-team All-ACC player.
Right.
But he got a vote for ACC Player of the Year. And Quentin Post from Boston College. How did his parents get a vote?
I know.
What are we
snuck that in?
What are we doing? I mean, seriously. Anyway, the more egregious thing is that R.J. Davis was left off of 2, I'm going to guess here, 2 first-team ballots. There's no way that somebody put him on a 3rd ballot. Actually, no, it would be, he's left off 1 because he's 2 points short. He was left off 1 first-team ballot. I can't for the life of me figure out how you wouldn't put him on your first team, but whatever. Armando Bacot, second-team All-ACC and All-Defensive Team. Harrison Ingram, third-team All-League. Elliot Cadeau, All-Rookie. Jeremy Roach, third-team All-ACC from Duke. Jared McCain, honorable mention All-ACC and All-Rookie team. For me, McCain was the best rookie, but he did not get it. The kid from Notre Dame got it. Hubert Davis. By the way, DJ Horn, third-team All-ACC. Hubert Davis, Coach of the Year, 49 of the 75 votes. Jeff Capel got 12 votes, and John Shire got 3 votes. Okay. All right, that's our basketball portion. We're going to get back to basketball actually in a few minutes when Corey Smith joins us from D.C. The NFL flea market has opened, and players are fleeing the Carolina Panthers. See what I did there?
Yeah,
Get it?
I did.
Flea market?
With
flea?
double E.
Never mind.
Double E. Not the bug flea.
It's not even accurate. It's
Runaway flea.
Yeah, not even accurate. Anyway, unpopular opinion here. I don't hate what the Panthers have done overall in terms of players in and players out. I do not hate it. First of all, let's do it the in. Guards, Robert Hunt from Miami. 5-year contract, $100 million, $63 million guaranteed. One of the best offensive guards, maybe the best offensive guard available in free agency.
He had some moves.
Yeah, do not hate Robert Hunt at all. Damian Lewis, by the way, he comes from Miami. Damian Lewis comes from Seattle. Interesting. What a connection. 4 years, $53 million, 26 of them guaranteed. We all know Carolina's biggest problem, offensive line. They went for 2 bona fide starters on the offensive line, which means that Brady Christensen, given health, is probably a swing tackle at either left or right tackle. Maybe competition for Ike Ekwonu or Taylor Moton, don't know. And that the revolving door at right and left guards the last year, where what did Darren Gann tell us? Like 14 different players had been in those situations. Those are either depth or they will go. Right? So there is at the very least competition, but I think we can say for a fact that we've got 2 new starters at guard, and we'll see what happens. Center is an area of need for Carolina. So those are 2 very good signings. On the way out, we're just talking about signings here. Frankie Louvu was not given a contract. I get it. 3-year deal with Washington, $36 million. And I love Frankie Louvu. Inside linebackers are replaceable. As much as I love Frankie Louvu, inside linebackers are replaceable. Yetur Gross-Matos left for a 2-year, $18 million contract with San Francisco. Considering that they were going to trade Brian Burns, maybe you could have figured out a way to keep Yetur Gross-Matos, but it's okay. I think you again, a replaceable player, whether in free agency or if you draft well. All right, now to the thing that obviously most Panthers fans are most ticked off about. Brian Burns traded to the Giants for a second-round pick this year. That is the 39th overall pick. A 5th-round pick next year. And a swap of 5th-round picks this year. And currently, the Giants pick 140th. It's like the 9th or so pick in the 5th round. And the Panthers pick 141st. So it's essentially, we just want to make that pick before you. That's the swap. You move up 1 spot. So here's the math on this. And I understand you've seen a lot of breakdowns over what, the tail of the tape on trades. And we will get to that because it is glaring. Will Brinson will join us at the bottom of the hour. But officially, the Panthers gave up, and this is like not even a joke. The Panthers gave up more for Sam Darnold than they got for Brian Burns. Process that for a second. The Panthers gave up more for Sam Darnold than they got for Brian Burns.
That is the Carolina Panther way.
I think that right there, we should force David Tepper to sell.
Yes. I'm all for that. I'm all for that. I did tweet out. I said, check on your Panther friends today because it's a tough day.
See, but again, I like what they did because bringing in offensive guards, that's what they need. They need offensive linemen.
I like that.
And now, because in free agency you do that, you can take your 2 second-round picks and address big-time needs at wide receiver, tight end, edge rusher. So 2 good ads. In
our defense
in
will just
free
be
agency.
questionable.
Well,
let's just score a bunch of points and.
But you got DJ Johnson.
Yeah.
No good.
Yeah.
No good. All right, let's get to Washington, D.C., where Brian Burns is. No, he's headed to New York, where Frankie Louvu is headed. But he is not at the ACC tournament, is my guess. But Corey Smith from Pack Pride is. All right, let's start with the availability of DJ Horn, who I know worked out yesterday. Thoughts on whether or not we're going to see DJ go at it?
Yeah, I mean, from the sounds of it, from everything I'm hearing, it sounds like DJ is